Saw it written and I saw it say, Bingo Moon is on its way. None of you stand so tall. Bingo Moon, gonna get you all. It's a bingo moon. Yes, a bingo moon. Bing, 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 bing. Bingo moon. Bing, 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 bing. Bingo moon. Saw it written and I saw it say, Bingo Moon is on its way. None of you stand so tall. Bingo Moon, gonna get you home. It's a bingo moon. Yes, a bingo moon.
Throwing candy out to the crowd, dragging down the lane. The helpless little thing with the dirty mouth who's always got something to say. You're sitting around at home now, waiting for your brother to call. I saw him down in the alley, haven't had enough of it all. Said you can do what you want to, whenever you want to. You can do what you want to, there's no one to stop you. All spit and spite you, up all night and down every day. A tired man with only hours to go, just waiting to be taken away. Getting into the back of a car, for candy from some stranger. Watching the parade with pinpoint eyes, full of smoldering anger. You can do what you want to, whenever you want to. You can do what you want to, there's no one to stop you. Now you can do what you want to, whenever you want to. Do what you want to, whenever you want to. Do what you want to, whenever you want to. Though it doesn't mean nothing, big nothing.
Folks, what is up, people? What's happening? Is my mic good? Does everything sound okay? That's always most important. You want to be able to hear my beautiful voice. It's fucking Sunday, and well, for some of you it's already Monday, but God, dude, I hate Sunday nights, dude. It's the worst shit ever. But yeah. Sound a little gay, but that's it. I don't think that's a I don't think that's a mic issue. That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. Okay. Sorry, I just almost died there. It's not what I meant when I said, do you have any audio complaints? Hold on. You sound congested. Oh. Yeah, all the all the drugs I do will do that to you, man. Your mic making you sound straighter than usual. Yeah, I put the straight filter onto the mic. What can I say? Can I say? Um, but yeah, we have a stream. Maybe I am sick, dude. I have my sweater on right now. I feel because I was like cold, but style your hair. You're in no position to talk, little bro. No position to talk. No position to talk, bro. You sound a little bit stuffy. Um, maybe I am. Who knows? But yeah, I guess here goes okay, I have not gotten my flu shot in like 3. I actually haven't, all things considered, I've not had a physical in like a year and a half, and I've not gotten a flu shot in like 2 years, 3 years. No I do have eyebrows. They're just high up compared to where my hair's at right now. I do need a haircut. I do need a haircut. This is probably like the longest I've gone without one, to be honest. That's actually not true. I once like put my hair back and didn't cut it for half a year, maybe. But yeah, I mean, I don't really have a whole lot to cover, to be honest. So we're just gonna take it as we go. If you have anything, you could put it in the inbox. Thank you for the $2. Geez. First on of the stream. Good morning. Or morning 80. It is 9 p.m., but good morning. Get the same cut as Quee. Well, I'm gonna cover that situation. Look, I have to sweep for Queeman here for a sec. Nobody ever fucking looks good the day after a haircut or the day of a haircut. The hair sits awkwardly for like a few days, and I think there's like scientific basis to that. Um, but like you have to give a haircut a few days for it to like really look good. The Quee cut. True. But hold on. What? After a haircut, you look good. Yeah, like, no, I'm not saying, okay. Like at first, it looks so awkward, and then you grow into it and it looks good. Sometimes maybe it just looks good regardless. But I'm pretty sure you're like, because your hair is like, your body treats it as like an injury or whatever. You have like, there's like healing, your hair follicles or some shit are like irritated. I don't remember exactly what the deal is. I just know that it takes a few days for your hair to recover from a cut. Stand in solidarity with your bro and get a Quee cut. I'll have to think about that one. Speaking of the Quee cut, though, I guess we're gonna check that out. You know, I could cover Roblox drama tonight, but it's just it's too boring. I can't do it. Dude, I feel bad for Queeman. He's like completely falling off. Actually, I don't kind of feel bad because he's always used it as like a position of authority. He's like, I'm doing just fine, mate. I have 400 viewers or I can't do the Queeman voice. And it's like Kalora Vetla actually can do a really good Queeman impression. But now I've been looking, and it seems like for a while he's been like sub 300 concurrent. I mean, I checked today. He was sub 200 concurrent. Maybe I just caught him at a bad time, though. He's not growing or falling off. I'm pretty sure, isn't his sub count actively in the negative? Isn't he actively in the red? You missed stuff from Guamgo? What did I miss? Okay, why are Queeman VODs like so hard to find? Here you go. Streamed 7 hours ago. So I guess like Kui, yeah, he got a cut and it's causing drama. It's causing drama amongst the public. Okay? Listen, I'm getting down to the issues that we all uh really care about, the pressing issues of our time. We need Aiden to cover more politics. It's just gonna be me telling you how much I hate centrists. I got some criticism today from a, let's say, an unknown or a anonymous party. I don't know if they want to be shared or not. That said they're centrist, and they said that they were mad because not they were not mad. Sorry, they weren't mad at all. Completely calm, but they didn't like my politics segments because I was only covering crazy people from one side. And it's like, I have, just to be clear, by the way, that's not true. If you look at my last uploaded VOD, that was on Katie Porter. She's a Democrat, right? The one before that, or the other like semi-political subject part that was against Dean Withers. So I do attack both sides, but when you're talking about like ridiculous people, if I'm covering ridiculous people in politics, I'm almost always going to be covering one side because it is one side that is overwhelmingly, fucking ridiculous. When circumstances are partisan, then the coverage will be as well. And it just so happens to be that like Republicans are fucking insane. I don't know what to say. Hold on. Um, what? Here we go. All right, let's watch.
I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. You okay? Oh, I'm so sorry.
Wait, hold on. You seen ICE going around and dragging people away? Well, I mean, that is what ICE does. I wasn't expecting them to be like, I wasn't like, people like want me to be shocked by that. I'm not, right? That's what ICE does. And now it's like ICE has the power of, and is like a, I guess, they would count as a law enforcement agency, right? But like, they have the same level of power, but not the same checks and balances. They have the, if an officer is arresting you, you could get things like badge number, et cetera, et cetera. ICE has the benefits of anonymity, and then the kind of like, I guess, cojones that come with not having to deal with any sort of like personal risk when engaging with members of the public. So, I mean, it's like obviously accountability for the police is a good thing. So if another organization is wielding the same level of power, why the fuck would we not? Why would they also not be equally as scrutinized?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I guess this is where Queeman, link me what you're talking about, Blurg. But this is where Queeman decides to turn on his camera, I guess.
Okay there. I'm so sorry.
No? Oh, dude, we love Jeremy Clarkson. I told you about my Chinese friend that learned English like watching Top Gun or what Top Gear, whatever the fuck it's called, and because that he speaks like when he speaks English, very fluent because he's a little autistic, but when he speaks English, he speaks it with 100% fucking British accent. So you would think talking to him that he came from England.
Have you?
Where does he turn his camera?
And that's positive or negative will be banned. Okay. It's comments. Going to be a limited period where you're allowed to make comments about my hair, and after that, any comments, positive or negative, will be banned. Okay. It's fucked. It's a yee-ass haircut. Yee-ass haircut. Okay. Get your comments out.
20.
Yeah.
What is he? 25, 26, 25 years old, by the way. 25 years old. You could put this guy into any like high school graduating class and I wouldn't question it. I wouldn't question it.
I know, shit's fucked. Shit's fucked. I know, lesbian. Yeah. There's like a 5-minute period here. After that, any comments?
I mean, the problem is also how he's combed it, right? He's combed it like, it's like obviously there's some sort of like middle parting because with the way it's combed, it's combing out to both sides. And when your hair is like short like that, you know, I would obviously it doesn't need to be as low as mine is. I need a haircut, but like you would comb it forward, right?
Done. Okay. They fucked my shit up.
I don't think the problem is the haircut. I honestly don't. I think the problem is how he's combing it. That makes it look like ridiculous. I think if he was to comb it differently, it might not look so bad.
Fucked my shit up. Okay.
Yes, I agree, Parapon. Yes.
Not just short. It's uneven.
Listen, I'm not on board with the mob going after the barber. I honestly don't think it's the barber's fault here.
And shit as well, bro. You don't even know.
He doesn't need to get the cut is fine. We're not talking about how it looks now. We're talking about how it's cut. It's probably cut fine. It's just the way he's combing it. That's like weird as fuck.
There's so much fucked up around here. Okay, you've got no idea. They fucked my shit up. Okay, it ain't even.
Look at you're totally wrong. We did an analysis of how'd you analyze it. Wait, I was trying to turn up the quality. Why is my quality always on like 360p? Okay, now I could see it a bit better. Okay. Okay.
It ain't even funny. Oh, no.
No, they fucked his shit up. They fucked his shit up. I mean, there are ways, though, that he could comment that would compensate for how fucked his haircut is. There are ways that he could comment that would kind of compensate. But listen. It's fixable, I think. I think it's fixable if he goes and gets it fixed and comes a little differently. I don't think it's the end of the world, but
Okay. Anyway, guys, let's finish this. Was it a black barber? No, we don't have those here. We have different barbers.
Dude.
Turkish barbers would never. That's what they say, isn't it? That's what they say. It's like a little kid's haircut. Lesbian little kid. Like, listen. Give it the rest, okay? Give it the rest.
Have you been to have you been to this barber before? Like, I'd like to think he went. You ever seen like this 102-year-old man is still cutting hair? 102-year-old barber. I like to think that that's the barber he went to, and the guy's like hands are like shaking as he's cutting the hair. He's still cutting it like it's the fucking turn of the century.
The rest. Let's see your haircuts. Post your haircuts.
Dude, he's so mad. He's so mad. The barber kind of won. Dude, what if the barber is like a fan of the streams and this is like the ultimate one guy?
Anyway. Thank you for the 333. Thank you for the 333. Huge appreciated.
Can you pull up live chat on PC? Oh yeah, you can. I kind of want to see what chat's saying right now.
Okay, guys, we're getting into this. Great time to remind you. If you don't like the stream, You can do it directly through.
Because he tries to go and move on, and nobody wants to move on. It's so funny.
Stream almost link in the pin chat message. You can buy membership to the channel, gift membership to the channel, gift a bunch of membership to the channel, chat. Buy a super chat, which will highlight a message with TTS, buy a super sticker, which is a YouTube image or gift that will highlight the channel, subscribe to you. You can go to discord.gg/screaming, twitter.com/screaming, reddit.com/screaming. Thank you. Dude, like, it's crazy, it's crazy.
Dude, he literally, we were actually talking about this the other day, but he could like work for Chris Hansen and be like in one of those Predator sting houses. He could be the miner that, dude, I'm thinking about it right now. There was this episode of To Catch a Predator where they hired the worst actor ever. He was playing like a 15, 16-year-old boy, and he looked to be about like, I don't know, he looked like he was in his mid-20s. And also, if you're going to act like a 15, 16-year-old boy, you would talk like it, you would assume, right? The Predator shows up and he's like, the kid is like, yeah, or like, yeah, my mommy and daddy aren't home right now. Mommy and daddy are away. I love school. I love homework. Like, what kid says mommy and daddy at fucking like 16 years old? I was like the most bizarre, like you could tell that the Predator knew something was off the second he was in the house, and the Predator was starting to get uncomfortable, and the Predator was about to walk out and leave. Because you have this like fucking dude in his mid-20s being like, I love my, no, he says like, he's like, I love my mommy and daddy. It was so weird. Hold on, I kind of want to, do they fucking strike your stream if you play? It doesn't matter if the stream gets struck or live, because I can just stop playing it and my streams don't auto end anymore. So hold on, I'm kind of curious. Dude, you have to see this shit. It was so bad. I'm not playing like I'm just finding a clip. Oh yeah, it's just, dude, this is it. I found somebody uploaded it. Hold on.
Come here for a sec.
Dude, look at this.
Good.
See, the Predator shows up and he walks it. It's just such like
I know. Well,
this is the 15-year-old decoy.
how you doing today? My house is your house. Wanna come in? Come in.
Nice house.
So where'd you wanna go? Want a water or something?
No, this is the first time I met somebody.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's kind of nervous.
Nervous? I know, I am too. You want a water? Anything?
Yeah, please. Where are your parents at?
They went away.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, they did.
Sorry?
They did.
Yeah. Here you go.
So how old are you?
Oh wait, he's supposed to be 13. That's my bad. Sorry, he's supposed to be 13. He's supposed to be 13.
13.
You're one.
Yeah, yeah. Wait, hold on.
Here you go.
So how old are you?
13.
He's he's supposed to be 13. I forgot.
You're 113.
That's what they all say, you know? That's what they all say. So, where are we going?
I don't know, wherever you want to go to eat.
It's up to you.
You hungry?
Yeah.
Where do you want to go?
Doesn't matter to me.
I'm not really hungry, I just ate.
Here. What do you want to do after?
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, we can Netflix and chill.
This
Me, my mom keeps that in her purse. My DNA. Me, my mommy, who lives here? Well, I live here. Me, my mommy, and my daddy.
It's like it's so bad. That's supposed to be a 13-year-old. That's supposed to be. Dude, I honestly, this is like I think the one time like ever where I actually kind of felt bad for like the Predator. I feel like the Predator is like the victim here right now.
I live here. Me, my mommy, and my daddy.
It's so creepy, dude.
If Bob knew what he was doing,
Now, if this guy were playing the 13-year-old, nobody would bat an eye.
it's like, let me speak to the manager. Literally 14 years old. What can I do, man? What can I do? I have long hair. I don't know what people say. They're like, get a haircut. You're unkempt. I got a haircut. You're a lesbian. You're a child.
True, he's right about that. Chat is literally never satisfied with anything. To be fair, I'm talking about address chat as if it's like one person. I get that chat is many people with many diverse opinions and, you know, experiences, but that is one of the struggles, man. You just literally it will never be good enough for anyone. This actually goes for what time I go live. People literally will complain no matter what fucking time I go live. Literally, no matter what time I go. At some point, I've gone live probably at like every hour. I've been live at probably every hour of the day, like until, and there's always been someone who's complained about the time. It doesn't matter.
There's just no winning here, man. There's no winning here.
True. Very true.
I see about 5 people about your hair. It's the worst I could have ever imagined. Dude, my shit's fucked, okay?
Yeah, I entered the stream because people were literally saying, dude, it's Aiden, you need to it's Quimon's hair. I thought like someone had died. I thought so. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? This is the content is like so lacking right now. The content is so lacking that this guy getting a haircut is like, I think, the biggest news of the week. Aiden, why'd you go live this late, dude? I was gonna go to sleep. What did I say, man? Nobody's ever happy.
Hello and welcome to a very special downstream IRL here at Hack.
How long after this are they still talking about it?
Parent reform. It's like so crazy to present all, like anytime you increase like how strict you are.
Give chat 5 more minutes. Hashtag Queeman's hair. True. Why is it parted? I was telling you my theory. I think he went and like, yeah, the article. This 102-year-old is still cutting hair. I think he got a haircut from that guy who like has Parkinson's, so his hands were shaking. But he also he does like the turn of the century haircut. Can Queeman never cut his hair? True. He can't cut his hair. Not without chat's permission. Dude, I've actually decided I want chat to become so ingrained into my life that I want everyone to start making personal choices on my behalf. And honestly, I don't see what could go wrong. You know, it's just like a win-win situation all around. That's the point I want to get to. Hold on. Well, this is also the problem with a lot of barbers. You say you want them to take off a little and they pull out the fucking like chainsaw and take all your hair. Dye your hair purple. Never again. Never again, man. I already dye my hair. I'm completely gray. People don't realize this. I'm totally gray. That was a lie. That was a lie. But if my hair started going gray, I'd lean right into that shit, dude. I think, like, it's weird because both of my grandparents on my mom's side, my grandfather in his early 30s went totally gray. Like, and by totally gray, I mean, like, more like white. All of his hair went white, and it was the same with my grandma. And their hair never thinned. My grandfather had a full head of hair his whole life, and I like think it looked better than when people try to fucking dye their hair and shit and hide their age. Aiden, why does your Discord mods keep deleting my new favorite emote? I don't even want to know what it is. If it's too far from my mods who are like always sleeping and sometimes partake in the rule breaking, I don't want to know what you're posting where it's actually getting deleted. Important DMs. Well, my Discord is stuck again under my fucking taskbar. Hold on. All right, what if I just? Oh, hello.
Hey, Aiden, this is really important.
Yep.
When you went to watch the To Catch a Predator thing, I checked Dicker's stream. I rewound it because he had the gross score thing in his title,
Yep.
and I wanted to watch people cover that because I think it's really good. And this useless fucking retard who cannot do a single fucking thing right in his worthless fucking life watches 2 seconds of it, goes, "Oh, this is fake. This is fake." It's not. It's not fake, and then doesn't cover it properly. So when you get done with this, I need you to cover
Do you?
the gross score thing.
I would.
okay?
Yeah, I had that. I was considering that. Do you have someone to link me on that, or I go?
Yeah,
look
I can
into
send
it?
you timestamps. I can send you timestamps.
All right.
All right. Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Catch up.
So I don't know what's. Yeah, I actually. Well, that transitions us because I didn't actually have a next thing to. Actually, I do have a next thing to cover, but that's more like gonna be more like a fun segment. But yeah, I'm hearing that gross score is being investigated over speech, and I know that I don't know how true that is. Obviously, I haven't looked into this yet at all. I don't even know a whole lot about gross score. I know that he talks very funny and like used to make these like angry Twitter videos where he's like, bruv, like fucking slurring his speech. That's all I know about the guy. I don't even know why he was like really that famous. I feel like I watched a video on him a while ago and I still don't understand. Um, I'm not anyone's remote. Also, Aiden, of course, you understand viewers can do exactly what Queeman just did. I'm not covering it because Queeman asked me to. He's into a ton of shit that I find incredibly boring, right? I have an inbox, right? So you, viewer, can do exactly what he just did and tell me you want, albeit, right, his way was more direct, but you could just say to me, you could just put it in my inbox and I'll check it out. And if I find it interesting, I'll cover it. That was on my list of things I was going to look into anyways. All right, let's get into it. So I've been told to watch the full video here for the initial drama. Okay, let's check this out.
Oh, the
Skill
police
just came out all the
Hold
stuff.
on, why the fuck is the police here? There's a police here.
Is this just like a characteristic of like every British flat? You just have this like the world's tiniest garden, where like the fencing is just like the exact width of the little skinny house. It's like every.
Hi. Yes.
It's not a.
Ali.
Hold on, let me turn
Yeah,
this
good.
up.
What's up, boys?
I need to invite you for a VA.
What's a VA?
Voluntary attendance interview.
What's that? What is that? Is that bad? Am I in trouble?
Officer's a bit quiet, but can you guys hear what he's saying? I could use maybe try out a volume booster, to make it a little louder. Hold on, or you can hear it. Okay.
Potentially. So
What?
there's been an allegation made against you with regards to malicious communications. I don't want to arrest you.
I'll turn it up. It is a bit quiet. I doubt you hear it. I have it on full volume. Hold on. Just turn on a volume booster.
And drag you in now. So what I'd rather do is just invite you in for a VA and we can get it sorted out.
What, today?
No, I was thinking give you a couple of days. So Monday, 12 o'clock.
Okay.
11 o'clock.
Hold on. Can you give me like any information, like what's this on?
I need to go through that with your solicitor first. So all I can do at this moment is essentially tell you the allegation.
Go on.
So that's basically.
Go on, yeah, I'm listening.
It's just some Malcolms. So apparently you've called somebody a rapist or something.
Called someone a rapist?
Yeah, online.
Well, you know I'm a famous streamer, right? So I'm a famous streamer.
What is why do the police aren't like gonna care if you're famous or not? I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure there's like I mean, like I know in the U.S. like it's equal treatment, right? Regardless of for in like the context of law, that's what it should be, right? And I don't understand why he thinks that's gonna do like anything, unless you know what, he might be saying that because he's like, oh, people could claim all sorts of things about me.
Look at all these idiots in my chat. I've got a lot of good people. Shit's people. I've been doing it for 20 years.
Yeah.
So maybe it's a viewer that's taken it.
Yeah, I don't think it's an ego thing. When he says I'm famous, I'm giving him some benefit of the doubt. I think he's saying that because he's like trying to he's just not communicating it properly, but he's trying to emphasize that like anyone could say anything about him.
They know about address and they've gone, oh, F this, I'll call the police on him.
Yeah, he's trying to explain swatting and essentially to the officer, like light tier swatting.
That's crazy.
I'll go through all that with you, because are you streaming now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to go through all the details
No.
and everything now, obviously, because if you're a famous streamer, you've got.
So I called some. What's? Can I get the guy's name at least?
Yeah. I'm not going to go any further in while you're streaming, because obviously that's.
So you can't say that to me with the headset on.
No, I don't want to do it while you're live streaming, because obviously if you're live streaming,
Yeah.
that's GDPR.
Okay.
Yeah. So what I want to do is Monday.
I love the GDPR, so based. I wouldn't be able to defend that position, but everything I've seen regarding it is super cool.
It's 12
o'clock's fine.
Right, if you can come to Rochdale Police Station, if you want to bring the solicitor with you, all you got to do is go in, pop in, say I've got a voluntary attendance.
So
Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, so I don't. At this point in time, if you have reason to believe they're investigating you for anything, and if they're making a house call, they obviously are. Right, you're not being arrested. Nothing's happening to you. You are live right now. At this point, you would just say, "Okay, I'll stop by," and then you contact a lawyer or what they call a solicitor, and you know. I mean, I assume don't talk to the cops without a lawyer if you're being investigated for some shit, and I assume that that principle would apply over in the UK as well, right? If you believe you're being investigated for something, even if you don't believe you're being investigated for something and have no idea what's going on, if you're being asked to talk to the police, consult a lawyer, nothing you say to them by yourself in the moment is gonna like benefit you in any way.
So what's the end result here? What does he want me to do? Apologise to him?
I've got no idea. Because what we need to do is we need to have
What
the
a petty
interview
crime. So sorry. This is so.
Before we can progress it in any way,
Yeah.
I need to do the interview with you. And as I say,
Obviously, this is not fake. I think if he was to fake it, he would make it way more interesting. There's like nothing that interesting happening right now. It's just like it's British police where they're not like in America it would maybe be a little different, but it's just like polite, meek British cop. There's nothing interesting going on here.
I don't have any justification for arresting you, so
Right.
I'd rather just invite you in for the VA.
Yeah.
Do it that way, get it done.
Monday at 12. Rochdale Police Station.
Monday at 12.
Because I've got allegations that called someone a rapist. So how do we result? What's the end result? How do I stop? Like apologise to him?
It's
The officer is clearly there to just give him notification, right? So this guy, the officer, I'd even imagine, doesn't fully understand what's going on.
It's Malcolm's, so I don't know.
What a petty crime. Sorry, my sister's a police officer, and this is whack.
If I'm honest with you, I don't know, because victim wishes, likely outcomes, managing expectations, it'll all be.
What does that mean?
Essentially, there's different outcomes that it can come to because it's malicious.
I don't understand why. Once again, I'm speaking out of my ass here because I don't know. I know like jack shit about like the British legal system, but I don't understand why a matter like this wouldn't just solely be handled in civil court by like if initiated by the aggrieved party. I don't know why, how it benefits anybody. Unless right, it's like incitement to like to the actual perpetration, or unless it's incitement to commit violence, then I think, okay, that could be, we should maybe get criminally involved here. But like over shit where there's just going to be like a single aggrieved party, I don't understand why that couldn't be initiated in like the British equivalent of like civil court, maybe, right? Instead of like police involvement.
I don't know who we're talking about. This is the thing, because I've got so many viewers. It's one weird viewer that's gone, F this, I'm going to call the police on him. And now they're wasting police time. I don't know who we're talking
It is
about.
quite an old allegation. I think it's about from.
Like, look, I've defended the UK on the speech shit several times, right? I think there have been some examples where, yeah, it's clearly a problem. But I think people kind of like over exaggerate how bad it is in some cases where it's presented merely as somebody expressing their opinion and being arrested for it, where actually people making calls to action to perpetrate violence, right? Which is different, right? Which is different. No nation is like, no nation has absolute free speech. Obviously, you can't shout fire in a crowded movie theater. And I think that would probably be an appropriate usage of the law. But you do get these like outlier cases that I've seen where it just like seems ridiculous. I don't really know why police would be involved.
5 months ago?
Yeah.
Bloody hell, mate. To go back 5 months. I don't know who we're talking about. Why is this taking 5 months to...
I haven't got the foggiest idea.
So did he call up today going, hey guys, 5 months ago?
This landed on my desk last week.
Right.
So it landed on my desk last week.
Yeah, the officers. I think he's just making the rounds. I don't think the officer is gonna know nearly enough about what's going on here to deal with it right then and there. There's nothing to be gained from what's his fucking face? Gross score. I know I forget he's called. I just remember what is his name? Like why was I about to call him Ali Alexander? I don't know why that was like what I was fucking. I don't know why that was what I was thinking. That's like Fuentes' like pedophile friend.
We're cops at Rochdale.
Have you spoke to him recently? Does he want to continue pushing?
Yeah. So.
What a weird person.
Yeah. So what I want to do is I want to get.
5 from Spencer had a similar issue with Australian neo-Nazis in a Telegram group chat, saying they should rhetorically grape a public figure and getting charged. Concerning.
I want to get this investigation wrapped up quickly. So
yeah, let's do it. Monday at 12.
Monday at 12. If you don't turn up, that can.
No, I will turn up.
That can lead to an arrest.
Unbelievable.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know what we're talking about. All right, fellas.
Right.
So you can't give me. If I kill the mic, will you tell the guy's name? Well, no, you're not allowed to.
I haven't got.
What's best is when you come in on
Monday.
Yo, thank you, Spencer, for the 5 incentive for streaming at a time ideal for unemployed Australians. Can someone give me a TLDR for the Lio situation on the last stream? When we're done with this segment, I could run through that real quick.
Get all the details.
Would he be there as well?
No.
Amazing.
No.
It's just some internet troll. He won't be there. Crazy. Fellas, cheers. See you Monday.
Right, you take care.
Sorry that this has happened. You guys won't believe this, right? Fuck me. You guys won't believe this, bro. Police have just rocked up. I'm not joking. They're like,
Oh yeah. We heard
you need to come in for an
now I could turn down the volume booster. Gross score's a little loud.
interview on Monday. I'm like, go on. And they're like, well, what's this for? And they're like, oh,
Actually, I might need to
you
turn it
called
back
someone a
on.
rapist online? I'm like, what? When? So, 5 months ago. That's them leaving. Look at that. That's down. You can see the time of that. So I've called someone a rapist 5 months ago. Who the fuck? And they want me to apologise. Shaco mid lane? Oh, he wants to go there? Okay then. Oh yeah.
How do you have your own place and you're still like using a... Wait, why does he have a headset on and a mic? But it sounds like he's using the headset as the, I guess...
Yeah,
to walk
Shaco mid
around.
lane. Grossy, probably Elvis? Nah. Shaco mid lane. Well, he fingered Safi, which was asleep.
$2 from
That's rape.
Spencer with the red heart. Thank you so much, buddy.
Let's push through. Fuck it. Draven, please. Stay still, Draven. Yeah, man. If you want to go that far.
I could not tell for a sec if that was a fucking person or a dog.
Jeez Louise. Yeah, man. Yeah, no, but he fingered Safi when she was passed out asleep. So
I was like, does he have a body in the back there? Maybe I think the police are at his house for the wrong fucking reason. If the guy, does he just like killed someone behind him?
Safi's gonna come to the thing with me, and we'll go for it. Like this is gonna end bad for him. That's unbelievable. Like, yeah. Gross goes eyeliner. Yeah, I see you there, bro. Unbelievable. Imagine being 5 months behind in work. Unbelievable. What a fucking loser. Gross, stop mentioning it.
So I assume.
No, that is what happened.
So I assume that he knows. I assume that he knows who's doing this to him. I think he might have said the name, but to be honest with you, I have a very hard time understanding the guy.
I'm not going to fucking stop mentioning it. That is what happened. He was the fucking, like, this is so, like, the kid clearly loves
The chatter is right, by the way. The chatter is right. Police are actively investigating you for something. Once again, this is the advice applied to dealing with the American legal system. And I would imagine, despite us having differences, that it wouldn't be too different when dealing with the British legal system. You should not be speaking on like potential pending litigation against you at all, or before you have even consulted a lawyer.
Loves the drama and he wants to drag it out.
He's just reiterating claims. Yeah.
Because it gives he legit viewbots to 30. He has 0 viewers. He viewbots to 30 viewers. Like, he's a weird little cunt. I've met him like 10.
Okay, yeah. So now he's just like assuming who it is as well. Okay, wait, but then couldn't he, like, if he ends up accusing the wrong person, couldn't this then be wouldn't that potentially create like a civil case against him? I don't know how like how defamation laws work in the United Kingdom either, but like there's just like nothing to be gained out of dealing with this right as you've received the news on stream.
Sometimes it's a weirdo. I cut him out my friend group. He's a weirdo. Just take the yell and fucking move forward. But the guy wants to go back and dig up dirt and keep going. Let's drag it out then. I'm not making up. This is what happened. You finger raped Safi when she was asleep, and I've got 10 witnesses. You want to go to the police? Fucking let's go. Let's go. Let's fucking.
So now he's talking about allegations that he raped somebody? Dude.
Go.
This is like, honestly, this should just be like a what not to do. What not to do if the police are investigating you.
Why would we make that up? I've never been inside a courtroom. They will see that. Why would I make it up? Why would I make it up? This guy's irrelevant to me. It's a waste of my time. What do I benefit out of this? I don't fucking, the guy's a nobody. Viewed by 30 viewers, he gets 1 viewer. Let's fucking go. Full send then. Why would I make it up? Why would I make it up? That's the question. Right. I just randomly make shit up about people, do I? Go look at my record. I've never made an accusation against anyone about. Last time I called someone a pedophile was Crepo. What happened for fucking 15-year-old? And what happened? Can it be true? A year later. Gross score doesn't lie.
He called some 15-year-old a pedophile, and then a year later, when he was 16, it turned. What did he do? This Crepo, whatever the fuck he just said. Is there a whole rabbit hole there?
So yeah, I'll let you guys know. Monday at 12.
Also, how many viewers does Gross Score get? I mean, this VOD has 3.9k.
Fucking crazy. Get a solicitor, Grossy? Yeah, I will. How funny. Yeah, Titus is back on.
Yeah, Chad has more common sense than him. You should not be talking to your stream about this. You should be consulting with a lawyer, obviously. Dickers should have covered it so you could. The more I listen to him, the more with like the strong fucking accent types, the more I listen, I start to understand.
How funny.
Oh, the guy was caught with a 15-year-old. Got it.
This is exciting.
I guess I don't understand. That's my bad. I guess I don't understand.
I'm excited to see how far this goes. All I know is, mate, I'm sorry.
The fuck is that dono sound?
I don't want to be on a brag. I've got a shitload of money. He's got fuck all. His skin as fuck. I'll never forget. He came to my house with like £5. So, and like me and Jack like, how much money do you have? We'll come over for a weekend. He's like, I've got £5. We're like, £5? Like, bro, why are you coming to Manchester for a night with £5 in your pocket?
So the guy that he thinks did this was also like potentially a former friend of his.
More than that. Do you know what I mean?
It's just like
he's just come out of uni.
Just like such like a fucking bizarre situation.
Skin, like what are you playing with? Like what are you dumb? Yeah, I need to go for a shit.
Can you check somehow when you spoke with him?
Remember that, Jack?
Why do they all use the Dr. Phil fucking TTS?
Remember that, Jack? Jesus, I just took a massive fart. Christ the Lord.
Why? He muted to go do that. Just to unmute and admit that he just did that.
Yeah.
Hey, I Storu.
Yeah. Shaker Mid. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely him. Who else would it be?
The UK is
kinda nothing. I covered it earlier. I feel like this allegation is super vague. Well, it's vague because the only thing we have is a guy that came there, an officer that came there, not even to like hash it out or deal with it, just to inform him that they were inviting him for a voluntary interview, which I don't know. I think the voluntary is kind of loaded because apparently you could be arrested if you don't show up. But the guy was just there. It seemed like that officer might have just been like the messenger, or he was just going through the case. Like this was not like the place or time they were planning on like talking to him about this like in full, even though he seemingly wanted to for some reason before he contacted a solicitor.
So we can't guarantee it's him, by the way. It might not be him. But basically, the police just turned up to my door, Jack, going, is it Ali? I said, yeah.
No, it's not that he
They said,
farted that's so funny. It's that where he's like talking about a pending legal case. He's all mad, and that just like came out of nowhere.
Can you? I don't want to arrest you. Okay. Yeah, you called someone a rapist 5 months ago? Right. Like, yeah, you need to come for an interview because you called someone a rapist? How fucking gay is that? Like, oh, call the police. The guy called me a rapist 5 months ago. I'll call the police to him now. So they're like, oh, can you come for an interview? I'm like, sure. Let's fucking go.
I could get a lot of people, if this goes anywhere, I could get a lot of people in the United Kingdom arrested. Could get a lot of people in the United... Dude, all my British ops are gonna be in the Tower of London by the end of the week, okay? By the time I'm done. It's not true to say that you'll be, the officer said he might be arrested. So it seems like they can arrest you by virtue of not showing up. Doesn't necessarily mean it's definitive or guaranteed by any means.
Like, I've got 10 witnesses. Like, you fingered my girlfriend when she was passed out, bruv. You did that. I'm not going to fucking lie. Like, you did that. Like, how are you dragging this? Do you really want to go there? Let's go. So, yeah, that was it. Well, the place, yeah, the UK is a joke. There's real crimes out there. But, hey, this guy online called this guy a rapist. Let's go arrest him. Okay, but there's real Muslim rape gangs.
Okay. Anyways, I got linked. Quayman linked this article for some reason. It's probably, I think, related to the speech issues. Former football player Joey Barton has been found guilty. I think there's actually a better. Who likes fucking reading when there's a video, BBC video on this? I actually didn't look into this case. Wait, hold on. Fuck. Dude, I love my keyboard. Double typing everything. All right, there we go. Never mind. Okay. Former footballer Joey Barton has been found guilty of 6 counts sending grossly offensive social media posts aimed at broadcast. This is the bike rapist thing, right? At bike nons, at broadcaster Jeremy Vine and television pundits Lucy Ward and Eni Aluko. Jurors at Liverpool Crown Court accepted the prosecution's argument that Barton from Hoyton in Merseyside had crossed the line between free speech and a crime, but they cleared the ex-Manchester City and Newcastle player 6 other counts, saying a grossly offensive electronic communication with intent to cause distress or anxiety. Judge Andrew Minari KC warned Barton about wearing a scarf printed with a British flag in the dock as a stunt and told the former football... Okay, people are gonna I'd imagine people are up in arms being like, the judge said he couldn't wear our flag. But if it was seemingly being done for the sake of sending political messages during a trial, then I maybe understand where the judge is coming from. Wearing a scarf printed with a British flag in the dock as a stunt and told the former football player's legal team he would not be permitted to wear it when he is sentenced on the 8th of December. Barton was reminded his bail conditions prohibit him from mentioning his 3 victims in any way before that hearing. During his trial, Barton argued he was the victim of political prosecution and that his comments aimed at football pundits Aluko and Ward were simply dark and stupid humor. He said he had been trying to make a serious point in a provocative way. Barton, who has 2.7 million followers on X, also claimed his posts about Vine were merely crude banter. Yeah, it's just banter. True. True. It's actually like insane to me how, I mean, this guy called someone a bike nonce. Meanwhile, you have Queeman, Dickers, Chud saying God knows what about God knows who. How are these people still free? He had never intended to imply that the radio presenter was a pedophile. Juries cleared Barton on a charge relating to a post containing a mock apology to Luca for comparing her to Rose West. That post went on to say she's clearly in the Joseph Stalin slash Pol Pot category. She's murdered hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of football fans' ears in the last few years. I mean, is comedy illegal now? I don't know why this is being handled criminally. If the Jeremy Vine guy felt like there was some serious claim about him being a pedophile there, I don't know why this couldn't have been handled in like the British civil court equivalent. He said ITV pundit Aluka was only there to tick box, so a reference to her being DEI or something. All off the back of the Black Lives Matter slash George Floyd nonsense, he added, Barton was cleared of writing that Ward and Aluka were the Fred and Rose West of football commentary. For those of you that don't know, those are like literal serial killers. After an FA Cup tie in January 2024 between Crystal Palace and Everton. But the former Fleetwood and Bristol Rovers manager was convicted of a count relating to another post in which he superimposed their faces onto a photograph of the serial killers. It went civil, they settled. So why is this now a criminal matter? Judge Minara explained that the term grossly offensive and the charges required a high bar for conviction. The criminal law is not there to punish bad manners, sharp humor, or unpopular opinions. The law only intervenes when the content is of such an extreme, degrading, or dehumanizing character that society as a whole would say that goes too far. That crosses the line of what we can tolerate. But I feel like that's a very dangerous precedent, right? Like, obviously this isn't like the judge's statement is not like a fucking, I guess, the be all end all, right? But it's like, what if somebody has like a, genuine opinion that is very unpopular for the time, and most of society would agree that I don't think we should just make things illegal because most of the public would disagree, right? Why would the police care if there has been I don't know. I don't know. It seems like there was already an outcome to this. This was already resolved. I don't think this person like serves a danger to the public or anything. And it's like, I don't know. And also from like in the interest of the nation perspective, like while people are already spreading like all this propaganda about like England's like draconian speech laws, many a times it's exaggerated. I don't know why anyone would think it would be a good idea to actually go handle this matter in a criminal court when it clearly was resolved in civil court. In England, right, it's prosecutorial discretion as well, no? Anyways, if you guys are supporting the stream, as always, you could help us out. You could help me out through Super Chats, Streamlabs. You could also help out by liking the stream. Takes 2 seconds, but it is helpful. Okay. Now, Queeman said that there's something else that happened in this incident.
Do we all see it? Thank you.
That apparently involves an argument with a woman.
There's other pleasures in life. I've got to go shower and stream. Sorry. Fine, it's whatever. and you're all beating a dead horse. There's nothing you can do. Because we had this, like, the reason why I'm not fussed, I'm not going to get a call. We had this call 2 weeks ago. There's nothing to discuss. Nothing's going to change.
It's in the fucking dog thing. Just let Safety do her thing and you do your
And
thing.
she doesn't want to go to the gym anymore. She told me she don't want to go.
When
Stop
that happens,
saying
Ali. If she
it's
doesn't make the
over.
effort, it's over, Ali.
Stop
Haha.
saying it's over, brother.
Back, bro. You look mad depressed. Is everything okay?
Yeah,
Don't
I'm
forget,
fine.
Is it back here?
nigga.
Okay. Good one.
On something sexy and make
You
an
guys are
effort,
so...
it's over.
Safi, do you know what? Just shut up. I'll shut up. Like, community basis.
To come.
We're all getting sex. It's okay. I'd sit here and be a fucking virgin. I'm all right. I'm 33 anyway. I don't need all
What
that.
am I missing?
I'm okay.
What am I missing? He said rewind slightly. I think I've gone back. I must have skimmed over it, no?
It's okay. You're not like that. You got low sex drive, and that's totally normal. Here comes Filiponsky now.
There's nothing wrong with taking days off from streaming. Got to take.
No, it wasn't. I will close the curtains.
Do something about it.
Young, it's the fucking these black people taking up my
Would you
TTS.
still be with
Plan
Safi?
B
What
diet
the
and
fuck?
fucking young.
What is going? Huh?
Mikey, I get it. You both want to get your big black dicks in her, mate. We get it. It's very funny. You can stop simping now. Gee, it's so fucking cringe.
Neat if she doesn't even want to put on something sexy and make an effort. It's over, Ali.
It's not.
Oh, wait. He's arguing with her through chat. I'm retarded.
On something sexy and make
You
an
guys are
effort,
so.
it's
It's
over,
so
Ali.
okay.
It's over. When that
It's
happens.
Okay, around this timestamp.
Right? We all get it now, right? I don't get it.
What's his girlfriend's username?
That's cruel.
I'm
That's
going to
fucking
give him
cruel.
1-star review and claim a refund too, just to fuck with him.
Oh no, that is cruel.
Ali, it's over. You want a girlfriend who has sex more than once every other week, Ali. You want to have sex every day, Ali. You deserve.
I'm telling you
sex
now,
every-
Safi, when you hit 38 and I'm 43 and my mojo's really slow and you want it all the time, you're gonna realize, okay, you're gonna realize, all right, you're gonna know exactly where I'm coming from. And I'm gonna say, take me on a walk, be more romantic, buy me flowers. No.
So is he mad that I'm assuming he wants to have more sex and she doesn't right now? I'm assuming that this is what the argument's about. And then why is this argument occurring on stream? And better yet, why is it occurring through your chat?
I'd rather play my games, so fuck you. Watch, mate. Wait.
Into town for 10 and hit up Satan's Grotto, lads.
Women peak at 38, they do.
Yara, send her to me. I will blow some wind into them sails.
Sounds like it's time to get to the Barracuda trials then.
I'm making a coffee and sort my dryer out.
Once a week and you don't make her come every time.
Yes, she
Tough
does it.
times ahead for the Safter.
Gerard, mate, I wish you were here.
You have to take...
I wish I had HMO, Gerard, Zkick, Jackboy Jack, a line of all the boys to fucking try and make her come. And then a line, come on boys, give it a crack. Are we watching? Because nothing's fucking working. And first one make her fucking come, good job.
Was that an invite? Is he inviting chat over to try to sexually please her?
You get a well done. It's impossible. It's impossible. It's impossible, bro. It's impossible. It is so impossible. I've fucked 33 women. I mean, every woman with orgasm. Good luck. You saying shit like that makes you want to fuck you less. Oh, well, fucking go ahead. Let's make it every 2 weeks. Who cares at this point? I don't care, stuff. It's whatever. I'm over it.
So he's conceding, it's like a sarcastic concession that, okay, we'll just have sex every 2 weeks then. I mean, how much does this guy want to have sex?
Not sure how hard that is to understand. All right, Saf. It's called a joke, Safi.
He's got to be in his 30s right now, too, right? Like, I get maybe like if he was like around my age, it would make more sense. But how old is he now? He's in his 30s. No, he's been around for a while.
God damn it! Like, I'm just joking, Safi. But here's the problem, chat. I'm sex deprived. You understand? It's the cage thing I talked about earlier. Don't get it often. She drives me crazy. I think of all this naughty stuff, gangbangs and group orgies, and she gets turned off. So, like, you're not meeting my needs, so I'm going crazy, and now you're put off because I've got these needs. Think where I'm coming from for once, rather than sitting there going, oh, I don't like it even more now. Literally mentioning you cuck fantasies every day is the biggest turn off. You fucking taking a piss out of my fucking fantasies turn me off you. So
his what fantasies? His cut fantasies?
So I guess we can't agree.
This is so bizarre. This is his girlfriend he's talking to through chat. About he wants to have sex more and she doesn't?
To disagree. I'm gonna make a coffee now. We're in the same boat, Saf, and now the chat can see why we don't shag. I'm a freak. You dated a sex freak. I'm sorry. I've always been a fucking horny cunt since I was 12. I'm so sorry.
Oh, cock. A cock fetish.
You got more sex when you stopped being fucking weird.
Sounds like they're not... Yes, exactly. It seems like there is such a... There's like a difference fundamentally between how the two of them are, right? Something uncontrollable, I guess, like libido. I mean, there's things you could do to raise it, right? But like it, like, yeah, with a very fundamental difference like that, where who you are is not able to meet the needs of what your partner wants, et cetera, et cetera. There should just be like maybe an amicable breakup, and you move on. You're not compatible for each other. Instead of like, I mean, like half of all relationship problems are like, a lot of times it's like someone is with someone that is who this person fundamentally is not matching the expectations the other has of a partner, and they're trying to like, the other partners, instead of accepting it's over, is trying to like fundamentally change the nature of the other person, when it's like, no, just accept the two, you're not compatible. I get maybe not doing that over every minor incompatibility or every minor difference. There are some things that can be changed, but I don't know. I don't really know how you would change something like this.
Me fucking your quote friends or black people. Safi! That's bullshit, chat. We ain't had sex in we ain't had often sex in like 2 years. Don't listen to
They
her.
haven't had
That's
sex
bullshit.
in
we
2
fucked at the
years.
start.
They haven't had sex. Okay, yeah, he should leave. I'm sorry. You should just leave. They've not had sex in 2 years. 2 years is crazy. Holy shit. I don't know if I believe him, but if that, maybe it's just like hyperbole. But honestly, maybe I gotta say, listen. I might be a little bit empathetic. I actually just like my girl. You might not be able to fix him. Girl, you should go like be with somebody who's fucking castrated if you don't want to have sex for 2 years. I don't know what to tell you. Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure most guys who are not like senior citizens are probably, like, probably want some form of sexual intimacy with their partner at least once in a 2-year time span.
Stop telling porkies. Jesus.
If I were you, brother, at your every day for 30 days in a row, lick her pussy and stop halfway, and just stop by day 30
Here's our
shall
problem.
be so on edge.
But you guys know where I'm coming from, right? I don't get sex, so I'm sex deprived. So then I become a fucking freak and start saying nasty shit because I've got fantasies. Like, I just want to see her get dick down because she's not giving me shit. Then she gets turned off by me saying stuff like that. Vicious circle. Do we all start? Are we seeing the circle? Can we all see it? Do we all see it? Thank you. Right? We all get it now, right? I don't get it. I get frustrated. I'm saying dumb shit on stream because I'm so horny and I don't care.
Honestly, you know what? I kind of empathize with the guy. I gotta say it, man. I'm a little bit empathetic. I don't know anything about him. Aiden, I feel like you missed the part where he said he wanted to watch his girlfriend get gangbanged and her calling him weird for it. Well, he's saying that he actually just wants like sex, and because he's not having it for so long, his like the sexual fantasies are becoming more and more like strong and bizarre, I guess. But it seems like what he is advocating for under that is just sex in general, right? Have you considered that if she's discussed with him, she should leave? To be clear, there should just be a breakup.
Because I've got so much testosterone built up. I've so much testosterone backed up my balls.
That's not normal is like the most useless contribution to any dialogue about anything ever. I'm sorry. Like the truth of the matter is there are a lot of people that have some sort of paraphilia, or not paraphilia, some sort of kink or like weird fetish or weird paraphilia that everyone else would find weird if we knew about it. That goes for things like BDSM. That goes for things like a lot of women who have consensual, non-consent fucking rape fetishes. You could look at the study. I find that bizarre, right? But I'm not like I understand this, that like this exists. And I understand that hearing about it we could be like, that's gross. That's not normal because we're a third party, not involved. We're not intimate with Gross Score or his girlfriend. So we're not like, you know, it obviously is going to look bizarre to us from a distance. But to be honest with you, like somebody who has like a cuck fetish, compared to the shit I see on here on a regular basis, that's actually like pretty light. Like, dude, there are people that literally get off like dressing in fursuits and fucking each other. Yes, correct, but I think the underlying issue is neither want to separate and be alone for an extended period of time. Then you have to take, if that's the case, then you have to take the other person for what they are.
Touching the fucking floor. I'm saying shit out of frustration. She's taking that shit literal. Rather than empty my fucking balls, she's getting like, oh, I don't want to fucking with more now. All right then. Let's go. I don't care. The attitude becomes very, I don't care at this point.
Doing nothing doesn't give your partner paraphilias. I'm aware of that, right? He obviously would have this paraphilia regardless. But him even talking about it is seemingly him trying to find another way to entertain, find some sexual stimulation. He probably gets off talking about it. Right?
I'm not getting anything anyway, so what the fuck does it matter? Do you guys get it? Gross. Oh, she's pinned one fucking simp message. Just break the cycle, stop the cuckery. So, Sap, is that the reason why we haven't fucked all week? That must be it, Sap.
$2 from Belinda.
That's why we haven't fucked all
Grow a
week, Sap,
pair.
because
Thank
I
you
must
so
have mentioned
much. I
something.
appreciate it.
Stream, clearly. Oh, Josh is here. Oh, fantastic. Oh, thanks, Joshy, by the way. I was in bed at last night at 10:30 p.m., but apparently you and Kayla are the reason why she didn't come to bed to fuck me. Because she was up playing games with you. She used you as an excuse, by the way. So, cheers, Joshy. Mercy Cat. Yeah, lovely. Yeah, no.
But obviously this is like not a conversation that needs to happen with chat. It is funny. It is entertaining. Okay. He ignored my oh, did you did you donate before? Sorry, I missed it. That's my bad. Folks, we are a 10th of the... Oh, thank you for the pair at the beginning, Belinda. Much appreciated. Folks, we are over a 10th of the way to Streamly Golf. You want to support us as always? Super Chat, Streamlabs, all helps the channel out.
That's okay. It's all right. I'm over this whole conversation, by the way. Like, I really am. I'm a freak, Saf. You know I'm a freak. I'm a freak. Hey, I'm not a cuck. She could get cuck fantasies. Me and one of my boys dicking you down. You fucking need it, woman. You ain't had an orgasm in 3 to 4 fucking months. You're gonna tell me I'm wrong. You're gonna tell me I'm wrong.
It does. That's not. What would be the word for that? It doesn't necessarily sound like a cucking fetish so much as a group sex fetish or some. I don't fucking know. Is that gay? That sounds like it might be. Is that gay? I don't know. But yeah, you should just break up and find like a sex freak woman with a high libido, which there are plenty of. $5 from Kalora Vetla with the okay. Thank you so much, buddy. Much appreciated. A gangbang fetish. Okay, it's different than a cuck fetish. Okay, anyways, there's something else I did want to talk about here. So, as we all know, it seems as though, the conservative movement has become a safe haven for washed up celebrities that your mom or grandma says, like, oh, I remember them in that one thing from a few years ago. Like, it seems like that's where all of these people go to. They go to, like, the conservative MAGA movement when they're no longer, like, making a big profit from whatever the fuck it was they were doing before. In some cases, they were fired from everything, like Roseanne Barr, who called a black Obama aide. She said that they look like they came from the Planet of the Apes. Roseanne Barr has found a home in that movement. Fucking Hulk Hogan did before he died. So it seems like there are a lot of people. It's just the place to go when your career is completely failed. And apparently, there's a new member of that cast. So does anybody remember the ShamWow? Anyone remember that? Anyone remember that? You remember that? I don't remember it. Well, I remember seeing it years later. But back in the day. Hold on. About 16 years ago, it was a commercial that, or it was an infomercial, or I don't even know if it was even on TV. I think it was online. I don't fucking know. But it got very popular.
Hi, it's Vince with ShamWow. You'll be saying wow every time you use this towel. It's like a chamois, it's like a towel, it's like a sponge. A regular towel doesn't work wet. This works wet or dry. This is for the house, the car, the boat, the RV. ShamWow holds 20 times its weight in liquid. Look at this. It just does the work. Why do you want to work twice as hard? Doesn't drip. Doesn't make a mess. You wring it out. You wash it in the washing machine. Made in Germany. You know the Germans always make good stuff. You can cut it in.
Whoa! What does that mean, Vince?
Half. Use one as a.
That's true. They do make good stuff.
Bath mat. Drain your dishes with the other one. Use one as a towel. Olympic divers. They use it as a towel. Look at that. Completely dry. Put a wet sweater. Roll it up. It dries.
What Olympic diver is he? Can he name any?
As your sweaters. Here's some cola. Wine, coffee, cola, pet stains. Not only is the damage going to be on top, there's your mildew. That is going to smell. See that? The most, we're going to do this in real time. Look at this. Put on the spill, turn it over without even putting any pressure. 50% of the cola right there. You follow me, camera guy?
This has to be fake, dude. This has to be fake. Wow. Actually, wow, dude. There's no way it can actually do that, by the way. It's a trick. But
I do this in real time. Look at this. Put on the spill, turn it over without even putting any pressure. 50% of the cola right there. You follow me, camera guy? The other 50%, the color starts to come up. No other towel is going to do that. It acts like a vacuum. And look at this, virtually dry.
Dude, there's no
in the bottom. See what I'm telling you? ShamWow. You'll be saying wow every time.
I am saying wow.
I can't live without it. I just love it. Oh my.
All right, calm the fuck down, Lane. She's like trying to grab the cameraman. I can't live without it. Give it to me, you fucking bitch.
My gosh, I don't even buy paper towels anymore.
If you're gonna wash your cars or any kind of vehicle, you'd be out of your mind not to own one of these.
All I can say is sham. Wow.
Dude, I love the early 2000s local news
You're
aesthetic.
gonna spend $20 every month on paper towels anyway. You're throwing your money away. The mini ShamWows are for everything. For every day.
How did this not catch on? It's honestly, how is Vince Offer, the presenter here, how is he not a multi-millionaire? Okay? That is, like, this product should have been every fucking home.
Day use. This lasts 10 years. This lasts a week. I don't know, it sells itself. The ShamWow sells for $19.95, but you get one for the house, one for the car.
4 for 19. Okay.
2 for the kitchen and bathroom. But if you call now, within the next 20 minutes, because we can't do this all day, we'll give you a second set absolutely free. So that's 8 ShamWows for $19.95. Comes with a 10-year warranty. Here's how to order.
Wow. That's pretty cool. And then he also, listen, that's good marketing right there. That's good marketing. But what he also did was the slap chop.
Vince, with Slap Chop, you're going to be in a great mood all day because you're going to be slapping your troubles away with the Slap Chop. Now look, here's a potato. 1 slap, you got big chunks for stews. 2 slaps, home fries in a second. And look at this. When you add a mushroom, the more you do it, the finer it gets. You don't have to switch any blades. Now, you love salad.
Thinking of it, I just have never seen this in any home. So clearly it didn't catch on. I know, like, I remember when Scrub Daddy was on Shark Tank. I now see that in people's homes.
Salad, you hate making it. You know you hate making salads. That's why you don't have any salad in your diet. Watch this. 1 slap, salad. I love pizza too, but once in a while, get the veggies in. At least throw it on top of the pizza. You're going to change your eating habits. Soup, coleslaw, stuff. You want 5 seconds? 4 or 5 seconds, it's done. This tuna, looks boring. Stop having a boring tuna. Stop having a boring life. Add this tuna.
I want Vince's life, dude.
Like this. Now you're going to have a nice tuna salad. Look at this. You're going to have an exciting...
That's disgusting.
Life now. Look, here's a hard-boiled egg. 1 chop, you add the pickle, you add the green onion. And what you can do, you can mix things together. You add the ham, and you're going to love this. You don't have time.
That would be a delicacy in Germany, just to be clear. This is the type of shit Germans throw on a plate and call food.
To make breakfast. Breakfast to go. You're gonna love my nuts.
Who the fuck is eating that for breakfast?
Watch this. Almonds, walnuts, comes with a cover. So
I see what you did there, Vince.
You can do everything in the cover, all right? Or you can do it on the board, whatever you'd like. So easy, 1 finger. If I can do it with 1 finger, you guys can do it with your whole hand. Kids can do it. You know what they charge at the ice cream stores? $1 for toppings at the ice cream stores. Add a couple cookies if you want. So you can make it for 10 cents. Stop throwing your money away. You know, not only nuts. Who
wants to eat dust?
What about fruit? Put a mango. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful on your ice cream? The reason you're going to slap away every day is because it's so easy to clean. 1, 2, and pops open like that, like a butterfly to clean. Now, these other ones that you've seen in the stores, bacteria gets in the food. All the stores have this. You can't clean it. You can't open this up. It's worthless. Forget about it. Now, take the slap chop, put it back together, and you get the garlic. All right, here's the garlic with the skin. There you go. These skin.
This is the... Okay, that alone would sell me if this was just marketed for garlic. I know there's like easy ways to, for some reason that's the aspect of cooking I have never ever gotten right, okay? It's the aspect of peeling the garlic or getting the skin separated from the, and of course I'm not a fucking psycho. I don't buy pre-peeled garlic because I'm not a fucking monster.
Is the garlic. You're gonna eat more garlic. The onions with the skin. All right, this is making you cry, making me cry. All right, life's hard enough as it is. You don't want to cry anymore. Put the slap chop right there. The skin's at the bottom. And look, so you want a little bit of onions. You don't want to drag out the food processor. The skin comes right off. You see that? All right, now put a tomato in there. Add your cilantro, your hot peppers right there. You hit it like this. Guys, we're gonna make America skinny again. 1 slap at a time.
It's very quick. It's a time saver for recipes.
Just take it apart, washes, put it in the drawer, good to go.
It's easy. You just got 1 hand and chop.
Okay, calm. This lady killed her husband.
Now here's the deal. When you buy the slap chop, We're gonna give you the Grady for cheese. White cheese, yellow cheese, in the container. Comes with a twister.
Dude, they're always like throwing shit in out of the kindness of their own heart.
And watch this, tacos, fettuccine, linguine, martini, bikini. Look at that, comes with 2 blades, just bang it. The cheese comes right out, fine and coarse. Parmesan, comes with a cover, stays sealed. Put it in the fridge, take it out when you need it, pass it around a table. You're gonna love this thing.
Now, for those of you that can't tell, based on Vince achieved popularity over this, for those of you that can't tell, though, there was a darker side to Vince. A side of Vince that was sort of evident in his presentation style. Vince liked a lot of cocaine and a lot of meth, okay? Some could say he was like basically Vince meth, dude. Best I could come up with, dude. But he fucking loved meth, okay? He would fiend for it, just like those women were fiending for the ShamWow. And this led to a darker side of Vince, okay? Vince got arrested in 2009. Here's his mugshot. All right. That's Vince. Not looking too hot. But essentially what happened in this arrest was apparently he was with a prostitute. I mean, you could just tell, like, seeing, you know, this guy's from Miami, and you know there's a lot of fucking coke in Miami. But he was with a prostitute, and him and the prostitute got into some sort of altercation with one another. And because apparently she bit into his tongue and refused to let go. So he punched her in the face and left her with lacerations and fractures. And police later released photos of the blood. His name is Vince Offer, the hotel room, and the battered woman. Prosecutors later declined to file formal charges against either person. Dude, what's going on here? So yeah, he got arrested after this altercation with a prostitute. He was accused as well of, like, I'm pretty sure he was accused of stalking one of his assistants. He sued the late Anna Nicole Smith because she apparently agreed to be in one of his movies or some shit and then backed out. And I don't even know, but his life was a wreck. Now, apparently, Vince decided that he was going to clean up his act. He tried during the pandemic to sell masks. And that has now led to Vince going down the route that every washed-up celebrity likes to travel down, which is Republican politics. So let's take a look at this. His channel name is The ShamWow Guy. Let's take a look at this. What is his most popular? His most popular was the Slap Chop commercial. So can you imagine, like, the pivot when he goes into let's see what his
If someone's gay, I can understand. If you love the same sex, that's great. But now with this other stuff,
if you love the same sex, that's great. I've even tried it myself a few times during my wild days in Miami.
With the trans thing, I mean, also, you know, I have a daughter, so when she sees a man dressed up as a girl, I don't want to like gaslight her. You know, like, oh yeah, she's a girl. I gotta tell her the truth. Yeah, he's a man who wants to pretend he's a girl, and unfortunately, he wants to force us to pretend as well. So I have to tell her the truth. Otherwise, it looks kind of.
What happened to the side of his face?
I have to like gaslight my own daughters. If someone's You can't just go up to 8-year-old kids and go, let's go into LGBTQ, let me talk about homosexuality. I have a 10-year-old daughter. I don't want nobody talking to her about sexuality at all. Forget it, homosexuality or regular sexuality. So it's just like, but if you talk about transgender, it's kind of like a pass to talk to the kids, and the parents like kind of deer in headlights, maybe.
So it's just like your regular like conservative talking points that there's like like trans people are like only interested in doing this. They could have an excuse to be sexual around kids, etc., etc. I honestly though I don't know what the hell happened to the side of his face.
Maybe that's why they're pushing this thing on the hill on transgender. You can't just go up
on the transgender.
I was in a cult, and
wait, excuse me, Vince?
I have a little bit of insight about how control works. So I think it's not even they care about you call him a he or she. I think it's more like you do what I
This is getting progressively more unhinged the more I scroll.
say. It's like control. I have a Russian mom too. She controls me all the time. I think it has to do with that. Just like people love control because it's power and ecstasy behind it when you can have complete power over people.
Hey guys, so make sure you like, subscribe.
Why is he
and hit that
Why is he dressed as Jesus?
notification button. It's the
ShamWow!
ShamWow Guys Show.
I was in a cult. This really attractive girl that didn't want to talk to anybody, and even but she didn't want to talk to me. And then I put the trans outfit on.
What the fuck? Dude, this keeps getting worse. This keeps getting worse the more I scroll. What is going on? Is this like an ARG?
And she's like, "Oh, who are you? Where do you work? What do you do?" I'm like, "Huh? I was just talking to you. You didn't want to say anything to me." So I don't know. It just the girls like you when you're
Who is this relatable? Who is like relating to that?
wearing the wig and the dress. And I think as a boy, if I'm 11 years old and 12,
and the girls like you when you... Ladies, are you into that?
The girl starts talking to me, and I'm like, "Oh, maybe I should be a trans,"
Hey guys,
what the
so make sure you like, subscribe, and
what was the point of that? What? I just want you to... Sorry, wait, I didn't mean to... I just want you to bear in mind that this guy also apparently is running for office or some shit. He's running for Texas's 31st congressional district in November of 2025, aiming to unseat incumbent Congressman John Carter. He stated, or in an interview with Fox News, he stated that he would run on an anti-woke platform and that he was inspired to enter the race by the assassination of Charlie Kirk. At least some good came out of it, man. Okay. Anyways, we'll get to that interview in a sec.
They're a little more sensitive. If I made fun of Jews or blacks, they can laugh at it. But I don't know why. They're just a little more sensitive than in general. I think because they have a strong propaganda campaign to push the transgender to the children.
They want to push the transgender?
Because I think it's to be infiltrated into the children's minds when they're young. Because obviously, when I was in a cult, I wanted to get them when they're young too,
What? Excuse me? Vince, what are you confessing to? I'm so... Are you confessing that you at one point in your life were actually in a cult and you were targeting children? This is like a fucking... This is literally like... I don't know. They get a pedophile on for an interview and he's like... Yeah, I mean, I understand how these people operate. Back in the day when I was kidnapping kids, like... Huh? You can't just drop that on me.
But you can't do that. You got to let them have academics. You got to let them have some foundation.
Does he not think that schools teach academics?
And if they're gay, that's great. I mean, but that's down the road.
Hey guys, so make sure.
And don't forget about BHM. Black Forest Ham Wow matters too.
That's right. Black Forest Ham matters, everybody. Make sure we remember. Hey, are you following me, camera guy? We don't have a lot of black guys in this commercial. Are you following me? God damn it.
I was talking to Vince before the show. What sets it apart?
Whose podcast is... Oh, no, I know that this is the guy... This is Rob Knorr. He was the guy that was using Claude in his debate with Destiny.
Is one, the fact that you got some of these things said on TV, such as you love my notes and your pussy shedding. That's amazing. But
the conversational type of way that you're pitching is unbelievable because everyone at this point's just doing the like, hi, how are you? Like, you actually sound.
Jared Fogle, Subway guy.
Okay.
For years, I ate fried food and burgers that looked like this. And I looked like this. Then I found Subway restaurants. And I realized I could enjoy lots of great tasting food without lots of fat. Tasty sweet onion chicken teriyaki cheese and sweet onion sauce. Big guy.
Is he just replant? Half of this short is just a Jared Fogle commercial.
Teeth and made its name, and now it's obviously everywhere. It is a commercial juggernaut.
Eat that sandwich, just hide the kids as soon as you get in there.
No kids meals at Subway. Now we know.
Why did you clip this? Why is this a clip?
What's he doing in jail now? Just imagine. What's he eating there?
Hey guys, so make sure. Are the kids entitled snobs addicted to their devices?
How about you come swing a club with your old man, huh?
You like my fit pops? I ain't gotta listen to you.
What the actual fuck is going on right now?
Who is that? Who is this?
I can hear my heartbeat. How did he get these people to be in this commercial? First of all, those men are the same age. Second of all,
who the fuck is this now? What is going on? Okay. Well, apparently he also is like making music too now, I guess. Woke Busters? What, Vince? What the fuck? What the hell is this, bro? I'm sorry. What?
Looking at your TV. Who are you gonna call? Whoa, Busters.
I'm so Tom McDonald. I'm sorry. I'm calling you up, Tom McDonald, and I'm telling you, out of the kindness of my own, I'm so sorry, Tom. I am so sorry, Tom. Listen, perhaps I judge you too harshly. Okay? Perhaps I judged you too harshly. Mistakes were made. Just give me a second chance, man. What? DEI college admissions. What? Why is the DEI officer in pajamas? Who the fuck is that? Who is this? Cancel? The Democrats want to cancel Jesus. It's like, dude, it would be like, okay, it's just doing like a parody. But it's not like a parody of the right. Like, this is some shit like your grandma actually believes. The Democrats want to cancel Jesus. I mean, I met someone who legitimately believed that Hillary Clinton wanted to implement Sharia law in the United States. Wait, this guy gets sued by fucking... Oh, I want a new... it's a joke. You're making a joke.
Who you gonna call? Whoa, Busters. You wanna be true, but she's claiming me too. Who you gonna call?
What?
Whoa, Busters. And they canceling you, but you're anti-Jew. Who are you gonna call?
Okay, I guess Vince is... I guess he's maybe a little more than a conservative. Guess he's a little more than a conservative, maybe? I don't know. For those of you that don't know, Vince Offer's real name is Offer Shlomi. That's his actual name. I'm not making that up. He was born in Israel.
Whoa, Busters. I ain't afraid of no folk. If you say a thong,
Vince, why are you filming inside of a woman's locker room? What the fuck? Okay. I really hope you didn't actually keep the child actors in for that segment, Vince.
Are gonna play. Ow, who are you gonna call? Whoa, Busters!
I mean, it's like, I good on him for recovering, supposedly, from his meth addiction. But I'm a little skeptical. I mean, Vince is like, they're using the transgender as an excuse to be around kids. I think that's what you're doing right now, Vince. I think you're using the issue of transgender identity to be around kids, Vince, right now.
You're growing up a man, but they got a different plan. Who can you call? Whoa, Busters! When you realize you're a schmuck, you're a sailing duck. Next up,
Okay, this is absurd. This is absurd. Dude, what is this guy doing? What the? It just gets more. Is that who I think it is? There's no way that's who I think it is. Is that Valentina Gomez, dude? Are we serious right now? That's who I think it is. Dude, what is going on? The fuck is happening in Texas? Why did Valentina go? Vince is winning, man. Vince is winning that election. Wait, what did the comments say? It's only got 17,000 views. This is like unironically, this might be the most washed up I've ever seen somebody before. It's so bad, man. It's actually so bad. What are we doing, bro? What's this shit about him? He says he was in a cult targeting kids? And then we just get like zero elaboration? Five from Bobby B. Say the 14 words, Vince. Do not say the 14 words, Vince. Yeah, it's funny to laugh at. It's funny to laugh at. The joke, like, the target of that video is supposed to be, like, the woke left. Like, the laughing part is not with him, what he was intending to do. It's of this entire concept of a video. You need to see the video he made for Cold Ones? Link it.
Some clothes say no chlorine bleach, but oxy.
All right. So, look, I would say that Billy Mays is up there with some of the better 2000s commercial juggernauts. In terms of the product itself, look, you did say that OxyClean sold for $1 billion or something like that.
He made it. That sounds like post hoc cope. Read the what Candace Owens tweet are you fucking talking about? Yeah, there's nothing in the... You can't tell me to look at something and then just, like, not link it. I'm sorry, bro. I've no... Candace Owens has made thousands of tweets. How am I supposed to know which one you're fucking talking about? Thank you so much, Belinda with the 2. He's implying fisting. Interesting. GG's with the 5. I just got back. What the fuck are you watching? I don't know. You tagged me on it. This just looks like a fuck. What do you want me to... I have informed people in the federal government and the White House of the France and Israeli assassination. Don't you mean French? Assassination plot, and I'm willing to provide full details as well as the name of the assassins and international accounts in France and Canada through which money was exchanged. Beyond that, I've shared more information with the public regarding the Bridget story I was investigating at the time of Charlie's assassination. This is all available on my Instagram stories. Thank you for all reaching out and praying for my family. So they're trying to kill her because she thinks Bridget Macron is a man. Got it. I love how, like, Bridget Macron is, like, literally, like, oh my... Dude, Gabriel is trending. That's, like, what they say Bridget Oh, no, they're... Okay, never mind. They say Bridget Macron's real name is Gabriel. This is the second time they've done this, by the way. Is the other shows with Michelle Obama. It's, like, completely bizarre. It shows you, like, how intelligent these people are. This is the level of, like, fucking political discourse. Is just, like, accusing, like, random people of being men. That's months old. Okay, so why is this even being fucking linked to me right now? Who cares, dude? Who cares? Also, somebody sent me a tip that Lio Convoy's hands have been posted online at various points. And let me just warn you, what you're about to see has not been digitally altered, okay? This is real. I know it would make you feel better to say it's altered. It's not. So I want you to note, just like, please notice how round, and the watch barely fits on his wrist. Like, I bet that shit's cutting off circulation. You can actually see the stomach pressed up against the fucking desk and, like, curving around it. Yeah, meat clubs. Yes, it is meat clubs. Meaty claws, bro. Big meaty claws. Very interesting. Interesting stuff, man. This is the guy who's gonna come get you, dude. I think he has diabetes or something. I think he's really fucking fat. Have we considered this? I think he's like 500 pounds. Have we considered that? Anyways, if you guys support the stream, as always, you could tip through Streamlabs, Super Chats. We're a quarter of the way to Streamly goal. Base as fuck if we hit it. You could also like up. Very easy way to support the stream. And much appreciated. What is this, bro? Is this a real product? I guess it's Japanese. So actually it makes sense. Interesting. Interesting. I got linked this. I don't know what this is. But it's incredibly it looks like incredibly unappealing. I mean, like dog food, bro. Like dog food. You got your prepackaged bag of carrots. Okay, not even the cool little petite whole carrots. Your potatoes. Just slabs of onion. A pot roast. It's slop. This is slop. Nobody said petite whole. I said petite carrots. You fucking perverted psychopath. I said petite carrots. Why does everything need to be sexual with you? Oh my god, dude. At emo, review my salad. Interesting. My question is, what is the brown that is forming around the cup? $2 from G's. Did you skip the Oriental Pearl Rage? I don't know what you're talking about. Is it an inbox? Dude, I still can't get over this from from last time. It's like, what were you thinking I was gonna say about this? This looks, unironically, just like fried fence posts. You're just stealing fence posts and frying them. What am I? I'm showing you the food channel where people can link their cooking. Thank you, Soul, with the 5, with the pair. Super base. We're nearly halfway to goal. Thank you so much, buddy. Super cool. Thank you, Belinda, with the 2. Please notice Soul Skibbity's pair sticker. Thank you. I love you. Thank you so much, Belinda. Love you too. Thank you for the 2. What are you doing for Thanksgiving, Aiden? My weird German friend is coming over. He's coming over Wednesday. And then I don't really know what we're gonna do. I haven't thought ahead that far. Didn't look at my meal? Yesterday's late night meal. You already know what's up. Okay. And this is literally just what he linked. He just fucking... Are we serious right now, bro? That's your meal? Okay, cool. Glad to hear it, bro. Glad to hear it. Dude, Himpleton literally, in Himpleton's server, he has a food channel that literally one person posts to. And the only reason he leaves it up is because they sit in VC and laugh at her over her cooking. Because her cooking is so bad. I looked at this on a stream the other day, but I just want to bring it up again. Because it's so funny, dude. It's so funny. They just... she literally... This poor woman is like... She posts like her meals that she's like proud of. And Himpleton just lets her continue because it's like hilarious. Where is it, bro? There were some bangers in there, man. Dinner. And then it's just like, you know, prepackaged Kraft macaroni and cheese. And then like, I literally watched a video about somebody that bought like a ribeye from the dollar store. And this is what it looked like. We've got a dollar store ribeye. I mean, the chicken looks cooked well, but just insanely boring. There's like no Doesn't look like there's like really any seasoning, no salt. It's just in like the macaroni and it's just like the cheese. Cover the Guam Ghost stuff. It's in DMs.
On September the 22nd, 2023, one stream made on that day ruined one Roblox YouTuber's career and credibility forever.
I hate it. I hate it here. I hate covering this.
The Roblox YouTuber Guamgo is known for creating exposed videos attempting to call out bad actors in the Roblox community. However, recently his lies have been breaking away, such as his slander campaign against the Roblox YouTuber Sideiced, in where he claimed Sideiced was a P3-ophile who sent AICP, defaming him countless times, only to then admit in private that he had no idea about the AICP situation in actuality, and then claimed it could have all been faked, with him having no message logs to back up his statements whatsoever.
I could believe that. It seems like Guamgo, because his audience is kids, and it's like Weenie Hut Jr.'s commentary, it seems like Guamgo is just very used to making claims with no evidence. So I said if we went through his backlog, we would obviously find like a lot of fucking claims that he provided zero evidence for. Tells from Belinda. Canada does not have a meat section in Dollarama. I don't think Dollar General does either, as far as I know. They have like a frozen aisle, I think, but it's always from G's. Check inbox if you're into the Oriental Pearl drama. I'll check.
Despite claiming he was a P3-ophile in a video with over 1 million views. Well, today we will go over Guamgo's handling of the mini Blockshare allegations and the drama as a whole, and the subsequent stream in which permanently damaged his career. Mini Blockshare is a controversial...
Okay, I don't care. I honestly, with all due respect, I don't care. I don't care. I honestly don't give a fuck. I'm putting my foot down. It ends here. It stops here. I'm not covering it. What is this? Steak looks nice, but I don't like steak. If you want to go watch coverage of that, I'll direct you kindly to go watch Dickers. Alright, what is this?
This is Nakameguro in 2022, an upscale neighborhood in Tokyo. 3 years later, it's defaced and vandalized. Just down the street in Kamimeguro, graffiti pops up where there was no graffiti before. Across the street in Utenji, same exact problem, and Sangenjaya, and across Tokyo, giving trouble to the locals and defacing the beauty of the city.
I think all graffiti is gross, but I honestly, I would be like very surprised to go to like a fucking... Isn't Tokyo, in terms of population, the biggest city on Earth? I could have that off. I'm pretty sure Tokyo is bigger than London and New York. In terms of total population, right? Tokyo population 37 million. What's New York, like 12 million? NYC population 8 million. NYC's 8 million. Yeah, London and New York City are about the same in terms of population.
In just the last few years, vandalism has been rising in Tokyo and across cities in Japan so fast that many people didn't even notice.
I mean, yeah, I fucking hate graffiti. I despise it. The crimes that I really hate, I know graffiti is such like a small crime compared to everything else, but it's like crimes that are pointless, just completely pointless, and that just like are like a super, like they're just like a fucking inconvenience. Littering and graffiti I hate so much because it's so easy to not do them. Same thing with drunk driving too. Like in terms of total consequence, murder is way worse, but like there's kind of more of an understanding in the sense of the person that did it is like a crazy psychopath, like or a fucking had some heavily emotional reason to kill, or I don't know, not saying it's more justified because of that, but like you understand it a little bit better in the sense of like that's the social, like, you know, crazy psychopaths kill people. Why does anyone do graffiti? I don't understand.
One is like actually something that shocked me a lot. My honest reaction,
Noid, you're fucking Brazilian.
when I saw it, I was like, isn't it kind of over exaggerating? Because like it's been like that forever. It's been like that forever. It's been like that forever.
It has.
No, I feel like there could be like designated walls where people are allowed to graffiti that, and like it could, you know, incentivize local artists to, like in Miami, there are like beautiful graffiti walls and shit, and it's like I don't understand. It's like not. It's just like a bunch of like fucking lines that don't even mean anything.
It's not
here.
Been like that forever.
In fact,
But I'd be very surprised to go to like a city as big as Tokyo and not find graffiti.
see more graffitis than before, and it's really happening. And Japan is really changing. It's obvious.
It's actually getting worse. And this is in 2023, right? 2023 versus now.
It is an undeniable reality that vandalism is on the rise in Tokyo and across cities in Japan.
同様の落書きは下北沢のさまざまなところで確認されました。
Vandals are even bold enough to post what they did on social media. And this isn't just a problem for Tokyo, it's happening in multiple cities across the country, like the defacement of Tenjin in Fukuoka.
この落書き、福岡で発祥していると言われていて、福岡近隣と、あと東京周辺だと神奈川県ですね、かなり多くのところに書かれているということで取り上げられている。
What is the drama here though? Is she like the problem is I can understand why somebody would appreciate why there would be a high appreciation of Japanese culture. You'd want to visit. Japan is like this very developed country that's like completely different. Or just like feels so different because it is different, right? There's like so many things about it that are like so unique relative to what like in the West we experience day in and day out. There are a lot of countries that are like that, obviously. But the other problem you get too is that Japan has become like right wing like Disney World in the sense of like people use it to push this agenda of racial homogeneity, right? I'm like actually losing it today. I'm losing my mind. This is like the third or fourth video of the drama. I love my chat. My chat is so useful, man. What is the first video? Is this the first video?
Looking around, where do you think we are right now? I'll give you a second.
I am listening to Queeman. This is the only video I was linked.
Graffiti all over the wall.
Is this the first video? Is this the first video? Is this it?
Legally dumped their household trash here. This has been here for weeks.
Got it.
There's even graffiti on the abandoned house. This isn't London. It's not New York. This is actually Tokyo, Japan. As a person who has been living here for many years, I've seen a lot of changes, and I've gotten to the point where I really want to talk about this. So let's have a look around, and I'll tell you exactly what I mean. Now I understand things go out of business. It's tough to make it in Tokyo. This went out of business about 4 or 5 months ago, but look at what's happened since, and in an upscale neighborhood.
The drama is that she makes content fear-mongering about Tokyo. That's honestly what I was suspecting.
Yeah.
When I said, like, yeah, like, Japan kind of is, like, the fucking right-wing, like, Disney World, in the sense, like, they use it as, like, prop it up as an example of, like, fucking paradise and cleanliness and culture and order, because they don't allow immigrants, so they have strict immigration policy.
All the way wrapped around. Now, some people will say graffiti is a form of art, but this is just drawing dicks on the wall. Like, this is what things have come to. No pun intended. And we have to look at this every day. That was also not there a couple months ago. That one's new. This used to be completely white, and here we go.
I mean, it's weird for me too, because I'm not like a right winger, but graffiti has just always been a fucking pet peeve of mine, man. It's always been a pet peeve of mine, because it's just like, it doesn't make, unless it's good graffiti. If it's good graffiti, I respect it. But like the random bubble letters shit to me is just like, it's just like so fucking annoying. But it's not like the fucking, I expect it when I go to a major city. I was very surprised when I was in Malta. That was actually one of the first things I said. I actually couldn't really find a whole lot of graffiti. That's probably because no one lives there. But the, like, I've never understood it, man.
Go. Here's some more illegally parked.
I don't care if you want to graffiti like the temporary boards.
Bikes. So in Japan, especially in big cities like Tokyo, you can't just park your bike anywhere, but there's a designated parking spot over there, but it's full, so a lot of people are just dumping their bikes here, and it's not a good situation. Look at all this. All these bikes.
What? I don't see the problem. That doesn't look like an area that's intended to be walked on, no?
Parked illegally here, and it's just, there's more and more every day. Oh, that's an old car back there.
What? Is this the problem with Japan? People have old cars in their backyard?
All this.
Or that
is completely overgrown. Lots of stuff inside.
Whatever happened to the if you don't like it, leave types? Whatever happened to those types, man? This is a perfect example for you.
Everybody knows Japan is facing a population crisis. There's more old people now than young people, and a lot of houses are going abandoned after people pass away. And I thought this was one of those over 9 million abandoned houses in the country. In fact, there's a lot in this neighborhood, but this one, I actually saw someone is still living here, an elderly woman. And that's a problem. A lot of older people here, they can't take care of their houses anymore. They don't have families to help. So this is what happens.
So why don't you Why don't you knock on her door and offer to fucking help? Whenever I see like an old person, I'm not trying to, this is what everyone should do, but like, if I saw some fucking woman with a walker trying to get down a ramp, and her like, I said this, where her family was like in the car telling her to come along or whatever the fuck, and she was like taking forever because you could tell she was like a little scared or uncertain, so I helped her down. And it's like, you sitting there filming it and complaining about it actually I think kind of makes you part of the problem. Like, why don't you go knock on her door, offer to like pull some weeds for her?
This is all new graffiti.
It's not even too difficult.
This is all new graffiti. It was not here before.
I have helped old people several times. That's like not that crazy to believe.
Here we are in Shibuya now, and of course you're very familiar with the Shibuya crosswalk, which
I've done 3 really nice things in my life, okay? I don't claim to be a nice person, but I've done 3 nice things in my life, and I wear those like medals.
Is right ahead of us. But what you're less familiar with is what I want to check out today. This used to be one of the worst spots for it, but now this beautiful mural has been painted here, which is great. This is actually looking pretty good now that they've got the graffiti gone and a nice beautiful piece of artwork has been painted here. Although this is kind of what it looked like before, that kind of graffiti.
Not every underpass is going to be like a fucking Van Gogh painting.
the price that they had to pay to keep this area looking nice, keep that tunnel from being vandalized, is there's usually security watching around here. I don't see them today, but oh no, there he is. So the price they had to pay to keep this area from getting vandalized.
1,000 yen from INUT. This woman is taking parts of Tokyo Prefecture that have historically been rough, looking and portraying it as a nationwide issue. Welcome to conservatives, bro. I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you. Welcome to conservatives. That is literally what they do.
There's a 24-hour security guard right behind me.
Take individual examples, and it is always make a sweeping generalization about it.
And that's the only way to stop people from messing this up again, because
I would be very surprised if a city with like 40 million people didn't have bad parts.
It was like that for years, and it's just nice.
And if that's what the bad or seedy parts look like, I'd say they're in pretty good shape.
See something like that, but I mean, obviously they can't put security around the whole country. Here is the city trying to fight back. It's even written in English and Japanese. Graffiti is illegal. Apparently, there's a 5-year prison sentence or up to 500,000 yen. 500,000 yen is about $5,000. They're not joking about this. Yet still, right next to the graffiti sign, I see more graffiti. Okay.
Unironically, like the worst examples of like foreigners in Japan that I've seen are like the streamer types, the YouTuber types, the people that go there to make content out of it, or US soldiers raping everyone, which seems like actually in Okinawa seems like that has been a problem. Sorry, that's a little bit extreme, just like being like a fucking nuisance. Apparently American soldiers in Okinawa just don't behave themselves sometimes. It's not all of them, right?
I've seen that YouTuber. That was a foreigner that put that there. I know that YouTuber. So in this case, it is some foreigners that are putting the stickers on everything. Graffiti, again, next to Louis Vuitton. And then coming over here, every pole, everything, every little box, vending machines have graffiti on it. This is covered up. This one here says, "Bunka wo taisetsu ni." Japan is a culture. Respect Japanese culture. Oh my gosh, a telephone box.
Wow, whoever uses the telephone box is going to be inconvenienced because people still use those.
Oh my gosh, what is this?
Is that even still operational?
You'll still find some telephone boxes in Tokyo and across Japan. It's kind of a relic of the past, but they're still usable. A lot of them are vandalized.
Is there even a phone in there? $2 from G's. When's your Japan trip? Japan is a country I can't go to. For reasons. There are reasons that bar me from entry into Japan.
Something else. What the heck? Oh my...
I'd love to go.
Gosh, does it work? It actually works. I come here pretty much on a daily basis. I have multiple language classes to take, and the graffiti just seems to be getting worse. I've seen this over the last few years, especially around Corona, after Corona. The city keeps coming in, covering up, painting it, and then it comes right back. Check this out. This is right by my Chinese school. I have to see this every freaking day. Whoa. The city actually did come and...
Poor you.
And repaint this whole bridge because it looked like that green wall before. But as you see, it's already back. That's a new one. That's a new one. All this. That's one of the guys that lives here in this park. I just saw him in there. It's sad. There's a lot of elderly homeless people in Japan and an alarming number of young homeless, which was not very common in the past.
Scary music.
Welcome to Shinjuku Station. We're now here in the biggest station in Japan. This is one of the places tourists come to visit.
Every time I've ever seen a video of a Japanese train station, it's somebody jumping in front of a train.
For the first time in Tokyo, it's a hot spot, but it's also one of the darkest places in Japan. And it's gotten darker in the last 5 years, especially on the Kabukicho side, on the east end. So as it's starting to get darker outside, some of this stuff comes out. Shinjuku Station by day is pretty busy, but you're not going to see anything.
Looks like a clean station. I honestly, I don't see the city looks clean.
Out of the ordinary. However, when it gets late at night, it's a completely different story. And there's just person after person, box after box, lined up here. And that's
I mean, these hey, even the homeless, they don't like have their things scattered everywhere, and they're not making like weird noises. I honestly, I think this is actually, like, all things considered, this looks pretty good.
just something you're not going to see if you're just walking around during the day, but there's more and more. I've seen it with my own eyes. I've
Look, they have their things all organized. They even put down like a little tarp.
seen people set up cardboard boxes late at night, coming back from, a night out with my friends around 11:30, closer to midnight. And then there's lots of videos of this online, but it's not something you're just going to see in the daylight hours or even in the early evening. But it makes me sad to see, for sure. But it's there. And here's a lot of the homeless people's stuff waiting here for when they come back. There was a point.
Go ride the BART to the 16th Street Mission. Go ride the BART to MacArthur. Like, this is pretty fine, all things considered, man.
Around the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, where they cleaned this up quite nicely, getting ready for all the international guests.
Dude, it would be so funny if, like, every time she's like showing like a minority in the background, she starts playing like scary music to add to like for a dramatic effect. Like, I mean, she's just fucking fear-mongering.
It's pretty much back to how it was before and even worse. This is Toyoko Hiroba, and it's all closed off because they want to stop people from loitering in here. And so far, it's worked in this area alone, but right back there, next to it, they have all those people that just moved.
It's just like it's just like fucking kids. Is she really gonna be like the old woman, like complaining about the young people?
I don't think there's much the security can do about it because this is not private property, but they definitely don't like it, and this has become more and more famous across Japan.
Young people congregating? The horror.
Right after the pandemic, a lot of runaways from all across the country, even really young kids, middle school and high school age, came and gathered here at Toyoko Hiroba. So there were the Toyoko kids, the runaways from Japan, all across the country that came to Shinjuku. They'd stay in the manga cafes, they'd work, not legal jobs during the daytime, but you don't see them so much anymore because it became so famous in Japan that the police had to get involved and put a stop to it. And the same goes for this Okubo Byuin right here behind me. This was insane, and I had never seen anything like this in Japan before. Not only the professional ladies of the night standing out here, but also the amateurs. And it was becoming more and more common just to see girls standing here like, you know what, I don't need to say more. Look, now they have some signs telling people not to stand here. This was so embarrassing to Japan.
I feel like that's uglier than people standing there. Who gives a fuck if somebody's standing there?
Publicly on the internet, Japanese people from other prefectures felt embarrassed. Tokyo locals felt embarrassed to see this online. It was on Japanese internet, it was on the foreign internet, it was everywhere. So now they have all these cones to prevent people from doing that, at least not here. But when I came here and I saw that stuff like at the Okubo Byuin, the standing girl problem, and the Toyoko kids out there, the young kids.
How is that a problem? I don't understand what the problem is there.
That ran away from home. I was just sad. And it wasn't like that before. They didn't have that problem before. And even though I don't see it right now, it doesn't mean it went away. They went somewhere. They're just not visible. The police shoot them away. But these things still exist in Japan, and it just seems to be getting worse as there's more problems.
Go to like, is this the meta? Go to like another country that like seems like, I mean, obviously Japan has its problems, but go to another country, everything's like not even that bad, like relative to where you come from. It's good in comparison. Just go to that country and walk around filming all day, making money, complaining about like every minor inconvenience. I honestly like nothing. It looks. I watching this makes me really want to go.
With the economy. Oh, this is a warning. Illegal dumping. All of this is illegal dumping. I don't know where it came from. I don't know who's going to clean that up. Maybe the city. I don't know who dumped it there either. When I did a short video the other day about the changes I've seen in Japan, the comment section was wild, and I did not expect that. Everyone had something to say about who done it. You know, a lot of finger pointing. It was this group. It was definitely them. It was whatever.
Yeah, well, what group do you think these types of videos are going to appeal to when you're fear-mongering about insert city?
We don't know.
There's always like one particular group of people that these types of videos always cater to.
Who did the graffiti? It's not like I'm saying graffiti is a new thing. It's never existed in Japan before. What I'm saying is I see changes over the years, and there's places where there's more graffiti than I've ever seen before. There's trash where there wasn't trash before. There's this Toyoko kids problem. There was a standing girl problem. Lots of stuff going.
The standing girl like just standing off to the side. Oh, wow, dude, big pressing issues.
And it's almost like there were also people that got mad, you know, I can't believe it, this is not Japan, you're not showing the real Japan. There's too much over-romanticization about Japan. I love this country, I love living here, and me and my husband see things, especially in the areas we live in, that upset us. It upsets Japanese people. It upsets people that live here as permanent residents like me. It's not good. I hope that by making this video, someone with some authority or power will clean up the graffiti, you know, as I showed in a few places, that this will become, you know, more prominent. People will know about this, just like the Okubo hospital problem and the Toyoko kids. Like, the more we talk about this, the more likely that we'll see some changes. Somebody will do something about it in the government. So if you want to see more of the real, you know, non-sugar-coated version of Japan, then I hope you'll subscribe and watch more of my videos, because
if that's the worst you could find, going to like every part of the city, it looks like a pretty good city. Honestly. Why? Okay, what is this meta of randomly asking me if I'm okay? Yes, I'm okay. $5 from Spencer. I spent time in Japan as an exchange student 15 years ago. What she's showing is maybe marginally worse than those areas. In 2010, total histrionics. That's what I would guess, yeah. What the, but like, dude, are you okay? Like, what indicates there's like a lack of being okay? I think she's talking about would she prefer the prostitutes sit down?
I love this country and I want...
Okay, so what was the second part of this drama? Apparently somebody responded. What is happening to Japan?
The other day I started receiving messages from people asking me if Japan is okay, linking a rather ominous sounding...
I'm Japan! Dude, I'm basically Japan in this drama. People are just like, are you okay? Aiden has fallen, dude. I'm literally Japan.
Video called What is Happening to Japan? It wasn't just the title and thumbnail that were ominous, but the description reading, Is Japan cooked? I've seen a lot of changes and things seem to be getting worse. In an era where I'm now being sent daily AI videos and photos that sorely misrepresent Japan from bizarre and questionable accounts, it made an almost refreshing change to be sent something produced by a human being, and more crucially a creator who is one of the biggest foreign content creators living in Japan, with 1.4 million subscribers on YouTube alone and hundreds of thousands more across other social media platforms. In fact, the same video had been chopped up into half a dozen videos without dialogue and shared on Instagram.
See, you guys are the people he's calling out. You keep asking if I'm okay. This is ridiculous. I'm obviously okay. Stop asking if I'm okay.
And TikTok amassing over 3 million views in just a matter of days. Now I was especially concerned, not just as somebody living in Japan or Tokyo, but actually this street where the thumbnail's taken is somewhere I walk down once or twice a week in Nakameguro. One of my favourite coffee shops is just around the corner, and in fact this video I made earlier in the year was filmed on the same street, albeit at a different angle, not showing the abandoned house. And not to mention, I've actually been living in the neighbourhood myself for the last...
So he's sweeping? So he was sweeping?
Last 3 years. And when I went to take the thumbnail for my video, I quickly noticed a few interesting differences between my original...
$2 from Belinda. Thank you so much. And ladies and gentlemen, we are 38 from Streamly goal. We hit temp goal, so we're resetting it. If we hit a stream goal on a late night stream, I might do more of these. Based as fuck. Thank you. Appreciate it.
No ungraded photos and the thumbnail of her video. It is a rather
If you weren't okay, would you tell us? Probably not.
fascinating game of spot the difference. So naturally I was a bit concerned to find out what is happening to Japan, especially as over 3 million people had seen this message.
Meow.
For half of the runtime of the video, the creator in question walks through Kabukicho in Shinjuku, Japan's biggest nightlife district with a reputation for being dirty and gritty, filming bin bags, litter and homeless people. In the short form content, the same videos show the litter being intercut at times with foreign tourists, who are queuing unremarkably to take a photo of the Toho Godzilla statue, although the angle of the statue was left out of the footage. And it's at this point I need to reiterate, if you don't know Japan, Kabukicho or Shinjuku can be a bit of a shock. It's the equivalent of walking through...
Oh shit, this... No, for some hold on, I have to fix it. Did I miss it? Fuck. Sorry. I have to fix the sound. Yo, thank you so much, Patrick, with the 3. Honestly, makes sense you won't go to Japan because you were deep down scared the Yakuza will jump you and slice you up into pieces because they know you always hang out with the Jewish mafia in Malta, always beating up fat women in the streets. I think I was the first Jewish person to ever step foot in Malta.
Downtown LA or Soho in London. And in recent years, it's been gentrified more than perhaps anywhere in Tokyo. It used to be genuinely quite dangerous. I remember 10 years ago, I made a hotel reservation there and had to cancel it after there was a...
This is literally what my Chinese friend who's never been to England sounds like. Like, this is the accent.
Yakuza shootout quite literally across the road from the hotel. The area is also synonymous with Tokyo's homeless population as far back as 2003, when the film Tokyo Godfathers shone a spotlight on the long-standing...
Yeah, it's like people who go to the fucking Tenderloin and film in the Tenderloin and like show it as like an average representation of San Francisco. Now, I admit, right, the problems in San Francisco are obviously going to be way more widespread and worse than Tokyo in terms of open drug use, homelessness, litter, etc., etc. But San Francisco, in my opinion, is still a fine city to visit. And if it didn't cost so much, I think it'd be a fine city to live in. But, yeah, it's just like taking like selective sections and using them as wider generalizations of the entire area are part of some bigger problem.
Homeless population, which, according to the statistics, is thankfully going down. And if you walk around there today...
Aiden, I'm getting a haircut. What hair are they going to cut?
Compared to 10 years ago, there are far less homeless people. But crucially, Kabukicho and Shinjuku doesn't represent Tokyo, it doesn't represent Japan, but if you wanted to make Japan look cooked, it would be the first place you would go, pull out your camera and hit record. The other half of the runtime in these videos was dedicated to Nakameguro, a trendy district that's historically one of Tokyo's most artistic neighborhoods. And with a recent...
Yes, of course you're going to see like young, like, you know, alternative type kids like fucking hang out in those places.
History of graffiti, both artistic and just tagging, where people just spray paint their name. A few years ago, I think it was 2019, there was quite a lot of graffiti and the local schools got together to paint over it, and then the graffiti came back again. But when Japanese TV made a video on it, interviewing locals, interestingly, they didn't intercut it with shots of Asia's biggest nightlife district and call it What is Happening to Japan. They called it Residents Express Discomfort at 37 graffiti sites found around Nakameguro Station. And maybe that's why, despite having twice...
Yeah, like, if the news is noting a single graffiti tagger, they were, like, showing there's, like, 5 instances of this tag found across Japan, like... Yeah, then it's probably not as widespread of a problem as you're making it out to be.
Twice the number of subscribers. They only got...
You missed a video? Which video did I miss? Oh, fuck. I missed this video. No, I haven't finished the Chris Broad video yet. I have to do the Chris Broad video, and then I go to her video.
100,000 views, instead of almost 500,000. Silly traditional media attempting to present news in an objective manner in 2025. And so at this point you might be thinking, okay, right, so what's happened to Japan? What happened next? Now lean in. Come closer. Come over.
I'm leaned in.
That was it. That was literally it.
I love the way this guy talks.
Country of 120 million people. They were all cooked because of some bin bags in a red light district and some spray paint on a wall down 6 or...
See, this is the question about this woman that I want to know. Because she plays dumb. She's like, people were pointing to certain groups. It's like, very obviously, that type of video is going to appeal to one political subset that is going to blame migrants, right? Did she genuinely not know and it wasn't intentional? Probably not, right? It was probably an intentional grift, a misrepresentation of the country, hasty generalization, which is what conservatives do to every major city everywhere.
7 streets in the capital city. And while the YouTube video...
Unless it's like a major city in a red state.
It was 15 long, stupid minutes I'll never get back. It was the short-form content that really concerned me. We live in a scary time when more people now than ever before learn things about countries and cultures from 30 to 60-second videos without context, and where the more sensationalist of...
Who is this lady? She's like an American expat to Japan that made like a video fear-mongering about Japan because she like found graffiti and went to like the worst areas, I guess, of Japan for the given issue she was talking about, but even then, it really didn't look that bad. Wait, I've just the fucking white woman's name is Oriental Pearl. Isn't that like a super outdated term?
Videos are, the more you will be rewarded for it. People are angry, both in Japan and around the world at the moment, and this video, or these videos, seem to be exceptional rage bait that made a lot of people angry. Without any exposition on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, they showed a series of awful images in a densely populated area, and if you look at the comment sections, particularly on those shorts, you will see...
It's all blaming foreigners.
The most vile, hateful, angry comments that you can find. A creator isn't responsible for what people comment on their
Yeah, but she had to have known who she was appealing to.
Content, but subtle choices, the way the images...
Covering this out of order... Okay. I guess I did cover it out of order, I'll concede.
Hey, it's Anming here from the Oriental Pearl channel. I am so sorry. I'm not prepared to make a video today. I didn't expect to be making a video, but... something happened and I want...
She's not an expat, she's a newcomer. Oh, I think I misused the term expat. Oh, extended? I'm so dumb there. The X is extended. I'm so dumb, I completely misused that term.
to defend myself, and I hope it makes me feel a little better, and I hope it, you know, that you guys can get the story of what's going on. So this has been bothering me for probably about 5 years or more.
5 from Spencer. My Povo Australian school at a Povo sister school in Japan. I don't know what that means. There were some crazy stories on both sides of that program that strain credulity. I actually don't know what you're talking about. If you want to elaborate, that'd be sick. But thank you so much for the 5.
Back of my head, I thought I was just imagining things. I thought that another creator, a channel called Abroad in Japan, I thought he really didn't like me, and we've never met or anything. It just seems like the bigger my channel has gotten, the more animosity there's been. Just took a few hours ago, I was walking around the supermarket getting dinner ready for my husband, and I'm checking on Facebook because I'm old school and I still use an iPad, and I found this post from Abroad in Japan.
The sensationalist Japan content is getting out of hand. While with some graffiti on it in Shibuya, doesn't mean
spelling mistake. I win.
Japan is at an end. There was graffiti in Shibuya 10 years ago. There's graffiti in Shibuya today. But unfortunately, positivity doesn't drive clicks. I was in Kabukicho, Shinjuku the other day, and it was absurdly busy. There was certainly more rubbish than usual. Then I realized it was a 3-day weekend, and far busier than the average weekend. Shame. It was a missed opportunity.
An iPad is old school. The only people I know who unironically still use them are like old people.
To point my camera at
and little kids.
Rubbish and make a video decrying the end of Japan. Now stop reading this. Every minute online is time better spent rummaging around Asia's biggest red light district with a GoPro looking for dirt. There's some serious ad revenue to be made, folks.
As a millionaire is telling me I'm making too much money, here's an actual snapshot of the...
Okay. This is like a completely like... This is like total... Like, this is like a completely bad faith way to fucking address what he's saying. You know that he's not accusing you of actually succeeding in making so much money. He is saying that that was your attempt because you understand that that would be potential revenue, right? It's like if somebody, for example, a scam, somebody attempts to pull off a scam but doesn't get away with it, they still tried to perpetrate. Like what he's criticizing is your motives and the consequence of putting a video like that on the internet, not whether or not what you wanted out of it actually paid off. So just because you didn't make the money doesn't mean that wasn't your intent when trying to initially make the video.
revenue from the video, which is far below my average because most content is sponsored. And I did this one as a passion project because I saw a lot of changes in my neighborhood. There's a lot of problems with this post other than just being malicious, unnecessary. I asked him to take it down.
Yeah, okay, yeah, and 1.5K is a lot, yeah.
Still up. The video that I did the other day is my honest opinion.
Exchange students got up to crazy hijinks in Australia and Japan.
And anyone is welcome to disagree with that. It's
I'm trying to figure out what kind of hijinks you're referencing.
not made to make money. There's no sponsor that's going to sponsor that kind of content. The kind of sponsored content that makes a lot of money is the kind of content that Chris makes, doing a topic with the Prefectural Tourist Bureau, whatever it's called. And I think this is also problematic because it gives people a very romanticized version of what this country is, almost like a utopia. I wanted to not only counter that, but also pick up the topics that YouTubers like him would not take. I'm not in collaboration with any prefectural office. I can talk about whatever I want. From my own opinion, the video doesn't have to be checked or reviewed over as his does when he does that. And I have freedom as long as it is within the community guidelines to talk about whatever I want. And I want people to come to...
Aiden ignores who's raiding me. Who did I get raid? Oh, did Malcolm raid? Much appreciated. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, right now we are covering this lady who has moved to Japan and then went to the bad parts of Tokyo, filmed it, used it as a wider representation of the city to fearmonger, and then a bigger YouTuber called her out for it on Facebook, and now she's responding, and then we're going to look at his video on her.
Japan.
Thank you for the $2, Spencer. The kind of hijinks that YouTube Super Chats censors. Okay, I think I understand a bit better now. Dude, you Australians are fucking crazy.
With a balanced perspective of what the country actually is. Not come here with rose-tinted glasses where everything is utopian. That's just not what it is. I have been trying to do this video for 2 years. It wasn't just pulling out my GoPro and filming trash and throwing it up on the internet. 2 years ago, I started researching into the Toyoko kids problem and the standing woman problems. It's a lot more research in the background than just flipping out a GoPro.
That's literally what you did, though. You didn't, like, elaborate. Like, there were no specifics. It was just walking around and saying there's a problem. There was nothing in-depth that I learned from your video. If that was the fucking culmination of 2 years of research, you might have some sort of disability. Because there's no way you do 2 years worth of research on a topic, and the most you have to say on it is, this was a problem, and then it stopped, and then, like, it started again, and it's kind of still a problem. Like, there was nothing in depth about this.
By the way, what's wrong with the GoPro? This is an amazing camera. This camera has changed my life. You know, when I was getting my master's degree in China and international relations, I was going to become a diplomat, but I feel
Humble brag.
like this
It's not a humble, that's just like an excuse to brag.
changed my life for the better. I think I have more influence than I ever would have had as a diplomat just doing YouTube. And when you cover topics like this, it's okay.
Wait, dude, what if this guy's being paid off by the Japanese government to make Japan look good, and she's being paid off by the Chinese government to make Japan look bad? Wait, dude, what if she's like a Chinese agent?
For people to disagree, but it's not okay to lash out. Chris, that would have been a great video talking about how you think that all the sensational content about the Japanese economy not being good, the graffiti or foreign immigrant problem not being good, you can counteract that and make a video stating your own opinion. It didn't have to be done in a Facebook post like that. It was just malicious, hostile, and ill-willed. But the post is still up. I truly find Chris's commentary about my channel to be a double standard and hypocritical. I think it comes more from being territorial about who has the right to film in Japan than it does about the actual things that I film. One of his favorite YouTubers is literally bald and bankrupt, who is a guy who's also inspired my channel, goes around with a similar camera to a GoPro, films interactions with people, goes to places you would never see, even here in Japan, and Chris has helped him. You talk about the definition of sensationalized, that is another level of sensationalized thumbnails, sensationalized topics, but he loves it. I don't think he really has a problem with the topic.
Visiting the world's most dangerous country, solo on Bogota's dirtiest street. I'd have to, I mean, yeah, he's obviously catering to trends like every other YouTuber does, but what's going to matter is, do his underlying claims hold up? And your claims are evidently misleading because you're taking sections of something and using it as though it's a portraying it as if it were a widespread problem or a larger issue affecting the whole country.
Another level of sensationalized thumbnails, sensationalized topics, but he loves it. I don't think he really has a problem with the topics I choose. I think he has a problem with me. And this goes back to other creators that I know and respect that also have had issues with Chris. John Dobb, nicest guy in the world, OG here in the Japan YouTube community. It was no more than a few years ago that Abroad in Japan jumped on Twitter in the middle of the night to dump on John's content out of the blue for no reason. If you have a problem with John, there's something wrong with
What did he say about John? Show us.
you. There's seriously something wrong
Depends on the reason. Was his grievance valid?
with you. You're in the wrong there, which I think he realized, and that's why he deleted the Twitter post later.
Oh, I guess maybe that's why she can't show
But
it.
I'm sorry, John. I don't mean to get you wrapped up into this. This is not John's fault. He's not involved. But there's certain things I feel like need to be said. It was the same kind of zero-sum, you know, your win is my loss, territorial, my Japan, I'm the king of Japan kind of mentality. But to be honest, I've never told anyone this. But I'm going to tell you something. I think Abroad in Japan is losing the plot here, with viewers as well. A few years ago, I had a really good month on YouTube. A video just blew up. It changed my life. It made me decide to become a full-time YouTuber. Almost 300,000 new subscribers that came to my channel. And I never said this publicly, but when I opened up the stats and I saw where those subscribers were coming from, it was your channel, Chris. Almost 300,000 people came over. And in the comments section, there were many, many comments that came in like this.
Oh, wow. You're like a female... Many comments, and you've shown us one. So she's literally doing the thing she's being criticized for in her initial video. You're taking an isolated instance of something or a subsection of something and then blowing it up to make it look like graffiti in one part of Japan that is just always that has had graffiti historically is a representation of the city of Tokyo as a whole. This is a big problem in the city of Tokyo as a whole. You're literally doing that right now with your comment. You're literally doing the thing you're getting criticized for.
You're like a prettier, not grumpy version of Chris Broad. I think the internet was trying to tell Chris something.
It seems like one person was trying to tell Chris something.
Maybe you're being a grumpy bumpy. Is it just me? Or maybe you lost the plot a little and it's coming off bad, it's coming off arrogant. Things that you say to
It was literally one person.
Criticize other channels, being sensationalist. He'll turn around and talk about Johnny Somali. Speaking of sensationalized, though, the Johnny Somali drama and the rude foreigners and this and that, videos like this have convinced all the English-speaking people on YouTube that watch Japan content that this is a big issue between Japan and the West, and this is causing anti-foreign sentiment. It has nothing to do with anything. As a person who studied international relations in China, especially Japan, US, China relations, is more of an issue between China and Japan than it has anything to do with Johnny Somali or any annoying streamer that's ever come here. But hey, you know what? Anything for that revenue. That's not,
What he's... Huh?
found that ironic. Is it just me or is that ironic? Like, definitely not for the money. Chris, we're YouTubers. We're both YouTubers, but you can't be doing that kind of stuff and then tell me that I'm just after the money or something. Like, you convinced millions of people that Johnny Somali matters. A guy who did stupid misdemeanors around Japan because of the...
He matters for us. He matters for us. I would be surprised if people like... Whether... I don't think it's valid, but I'd be surprised if people like Johnny Somali did not affect the view that the Japanese public has on tourists. I would be very shocked if that had no impact, right?
This kind of content is convinced people on the internet that speak English that this was a big issue. It's not a big issue. the stuff that I'm talking about, the homelessness and the graffiti, I feel like the stuff that I'm talking about is a much bigger issue than stupid Johnny Samal or whatever so-and-so did. The Tory Gate thing, that all this stupid stuff that doesn't mean anything. To me, it feels like looking down from an ivory tower and hawking a loogie at the people who do the lowly jobs with the GoPro, like me. But let's be honest, Chris has reached a point in
So she's trying to make an argument that he's like elitist or something.
his career where he could just about sit on a toilet and people would watch. And I wish that I had started earlier. I started my YouTube channel in about 2020 when I could have started it just like Chris in 2012 when we first came to Asia. But to look down on my videos because they're not fancy enough or he doesn't think I put enough effort in, you'd be surprised. The filming,
I don't think that's his problem.
Research, we're talking about 30, 40, 50 hours per video, and that's not even including all the language practice that
If you put 30 or 40 hours worth of effort into that video, you need to quit. You need to quit and like apply for disability payments. It is you walking around for like 14 minutes, just like finding graffiti and saying it's bad.
I had to do and still do on a daily basis to keep up my skills to be able to make that content. I knew it was going to be hard to come into this already saturated Japan community. I didn't know anybody here. I didn't have YouTube friends. And from the very start, I felt the cold shoulder and I kind of thought that everyone in Chris's friend group just didn't like me. Maybe that's still in my head. Maybe that's me being self-conscious. I really don't get it, except, you know, going back to the John Dobb thing. I don't have permission to be in his friend group. I'm making videos. I'm getting a lot of views. And I don't think he likes that. And it shouldn't have to be that way. It shouldn't have to be that way. There's enough Japan to go around for all of us. I just kind of assumed that I'm out of the circle, you know, abroad in Japan's group and all his YouTuber friends. And I should just, you know, for the longest time, I'm like, avoid conflict, avoid conflict. I don't really want to fight, but I think the viewers love that. They got their popcorn. They're ready. They're like, oh, this is going to be a good one. I don't think it's going to be a good one. I hope that we can, like, talk about this. I think that maybe it's about time we should do that. But I do have to stand up and defend myself. I think other viewers have seen it of the channel, and maybe that's why I got a big influx of subscribers. I don't know. Before I go to bed, I want to say, Chris.
You think that one commenter has convinced you that that's why you got an influx of subscribers? It's so funny. She in her criticisms of him, she does the thing that got her called out in the first place. And it's like just like the complete lack of self-awareness of like, I don't know why you people do this, where you fucking take isolated instances of something and make these like hasty generalizations and these sweeping fucking claims.
You're being a cunt. Stop that. Stop. There's enough Japan to go around. Okay, maybe now we really won't be friends because I said that or I made this video, but I think in another world we would have been friends. And it's just unfortunate that there's bad blood for no reason. Maybe this will make things better. Maybe it won't. Maybe it'll make it much worse. I don't know. I've never really been in a feud with a creator like this, especially a creator that I don't know. But we have a lot of mutual friends and a lot of weird parallels between me and Chris. I think we're the same exact age. He's getting married in Japan. I got married in Japan. His wife is the same age as my husband. We both like languages. We both like traveling. We've been to every prefecture in Japan. There are just some weird parallels. Taught English, like things over and over again. I think there's no need for drama. I don't even know if I'll keep this video up here, but I'd like to talk to Chris and hopefully something good will come out of it. So thank you for watching. I just felt like I needed to get this off my chest. I've been silent about it for about 5 years and yeah, it was bothering me, but that's about it. I would love to talk and I don't know if you're open to it, but I followed you on Instagram and I would love to start the conversation there.
Well, apparently, as we've seen it didn't work out. So far, we've seen Chris's like pretty well laid out criticisms where he provides evidence, etc. of her original video. Now let's see if he responds to this video.
And clips are cut and edited together with the message that goes with it can have a very powerful effect. As somebody who's edited over 300 videos, I'm more aware of that than anyone. The most unsettling thing is it's never been easier to monetize sensationalist slop content. And if you do it, you'll be richly rewarded for it. Case in point, this video, the creator pointed out, made $1,500, which is a seriously impressive amount of money.
For walking around, yes. And she says it's like nothing.
Going around filming some bin
She doesn't
bags.
say it's like nothing. She implies that she didn't make a lot of money. Even though the accusation was she did it for money. And she's using what she made after the fact to defend her initial motives for making it, which doesn't work, to be clear. Even in that case, you actually did make a really good amount of money for like the effort of the video. Okay, hold on one sec. Everybody calm down. Spencer with the 5. I have major criticisms of Japan, but our content is totally shallow and vacuous. There's so much depth and history to the whole sex work issue. Interesting. Well, thank you, Spencer, and thank you, everyone. We are like 20 away from Streamly goal if we hit it. I'm not gonna hit my wife.
And some spray paint in a video that would have taken a matter of hours to record. And this is one of the things that worries me the most, the monetization of slop sensationalist content. That's one thing I want to discuss a little bit later on. It's at this point I thought, look, just don't say anything, bite your tongue, move on. But when I saw millions upon millions of views, people angry, a current backdrop of sensationalist slop content taking over, and a rise in anti-foreign sentiment here in Japan, I snapped. I had to say something. I chose to bring attention to it publicly. And I quickly received 2 replies. The first...
As you should, because this is far from an isolated instance as well. Like, he's making an example out of her. But there are people that they do this with every major city. Like every major city. I honestly think San Francisco is one of the biggest victims of this. Like San Francisco absolutely has its issues, but it's like far from the worst. Not even near the worst in terms of like violent crime, etc., etc. And it still is a beautiful city with vibrant culture. Like a lot. Its geography is like sick. Dude, I'll never forget the first time I saw the Golden Gate Bridge and like the fog forming under it.
It was from a guy who posted a photo of some graffiti he saw in 1993, pointing out graffiti.
She'll show like a picture of this, be like, this is getting out of hand, man.
Has always been around in Tokyo. And the other comment was from the content creator herself, who told me to take it down. This was now a creator on creator matter, and they were just a humble creator.
This is harassment, or it leads to harassment. I've lived in Asia as long as you, and I'm also allowed to have an opinion on Japan. She feels like he's like talking down to her like resume or something. No, his like issue is literally with his issue. Like a lot of her own insecurities are coming out here. He's specifically calling out your video and your sensationalism and misleading sensationalism at that of Japan and its given problems.
With a GoPro, somehow conveniently forgetting they were one of the biggest foreign content creators in Japan. Now, I think if you are a large content creator, both literally and metaphorically, you should be willing to accept a degree of scrutiny. I know I do.
Of course.
Every time I release a video, people attack me for various things. And if I see something that...
Like, first of all, if this is his house, it looks cool as fuck. But second of all, like, she literally could have just, like, come back with, yeah, I realized there was like a trend of doing this, and I think I went to like a huge generalization and didn't convey my message properly. I think this is a great country. I think these are like minor problems relative to everywhere else, and I think my video absolutely did fearmonger, and I think the criticism's valid, and I'm gonna note it, and I'm gonna note it for the rest of my videos or whatever. Like I feel like if she'd responded with that, there would be no story here.
I believe misconstrues reality, then I'm going to call it out as well. Impressively, no less than 6 hours later, she'd shot, edited, and released an entire video about what she'd called an attack, calling me a gatekeeper. I was accused of painting Japan as a utopia. I was accused of excluding her from my friendship group, somebody I've never met, never spoken to. I was accused of being grumpy, maybe because her viewers had claimed that she was more attractive than me and less grumpy. And no, I'm not making this up. This is actually a real video. And finally, I was called the C word, just to add the cherry on top. It is, ironically, one of the most bizarre, personal, rambling attacks that I've ever had. And I think it is really pointless. It degrades any sort of debate or conversation, and it's the least important thing that I want to talk about today. And for some clarity, I really don't dislike this person. I dislike their content, not just this video, but some other videos, which I'll discuss. I know I can be sarcastic and silly, but I'm genuinely not a malicious person. I quite honestly wish her...
He doesn't seem like a malicious... Dude, I don't know why. There's something about... This guy just has, like, very positive aura radiating from him. I don't know what it is. But something about the way he talks just... makes me feel like it's all going to be all right. I love you, Chris. I love you, buddy.
Well, and I ask you, if you disagree with her, if you disagree with me, that you always comment in a respectful manner and don't share any hatred online. There's already enough of that going around. And I'm making this video for 2 reasons. Number one, there are much bigger issues in play here around content creation, around Japan, and I want to discuss those. And second of all, some people see it as me bullying another creator because they don't understand why I would bring this up. And honestly, I don't do this sort of thing lightly.
It's not a gay... It's not a, why is everything sexual with you people? It's not a fucking gay thing.
The only time I think I've ever called out a creator was Mr. Beast last year when he partnered with Logan Paul, a man who did awful things in Japan, which I had to discuss publicly on Japanese national television. I didn't enjoy making that video or the attention or scrutiny it brought me. I hate myself sometimes, that I can't keep my mouth shut on certain things. But when you feel something is profoundly wrong in here, you have to talk about it. I've held my tongue previously on other content that this creator has produced. A few years ago, a friend showed me a clip of a video.
I'm Alex. If you didn't have that terrible random bonger district accent and can grow there's nothing. Fuck. There's nothing. That's your fault that I sneezed. There's nothing about this guy that is like even close to I'm Alex besides the fact that he's British.
Video in which the same person walked through an economically deprived part of Tokyo filming homeless people under the guise of showing the real Japan, filming the most vulnerable people in society and posting it online. Like, I've had Japanese friends tell me this sort of stuff makes them feel uncomfortable. Beyond that, it sort of portrays Japan as this magical place where there's a barrier between us, where if you speak Japanese they will bounce around, they will scream and shout, it will cure depression, as if the entire country is one big social experiment waiting to be exploited. And I worry in an era of nuisance content creators coming to Japan doing things that are unspeakably bad, they might see this sort of content and go, wow, you get $1,500 for that. Maybe start to wave cameras around in the faces of
Dude, I listen, I think Xiaoma's a good creator. But this whole, like, I've never, like, it's just never sat right with me, this whole, like, people go insane when I speak their fucking language in front of them, like, type content. It's like, I don't know why. I've just never been super into that. I don't know. This is Tyler Olive. Yeah, these people do like poverty, disaster porn. That's literally what it is. Okay, there's these were some criticisms I've had in the past for an individual who is going through some things that I hope he recovers from. But that was one of my old criticisms of the type of stuff he did. I literally feel like there's just like this like fear-mongering exploitation genre of it's the same reason the news has always, like, you know, shown the worst headlines, right? Like, people naturally want to look at people can't look away from a fucking rail disaster, and that also applies in this context where if you show a problem and blow it up, or in her case just outright make up a problem, gets viewers.
Homeless people, potentially leading to even more nuisance content. And when the cost of making such content is nothing, but the profits are extraordinary, the only real thing stopping you from doing that is morals. And as we've seen time and again with streamers in Japan, morals are often in short supply. And coupled with the fact there's rising anti-foreign sentiment in Japan, it makes me concerned and uncomfortable. So what are the real issues facing Japan? What is happening to Japan? In the last few weeks, I've been travelling around the country, filming videos. I've been to Sendai, Nagano, Nagoya, Gifu, Okinawa, and spending time with the locals out there, talking with them, hearing their concerns. I can assure you, none of them care about a fucking bin bag in Shinjuku or some spray paint on a wall in Nakameguro. The two most notable things are depopulation and a cost of living crisis. And funnily enough, while this stuff was happening, I was on an island in Okinawa interviewing the locals on how depopulation has affected their island, where once there were hundreds of people, today there are 50, and this has obviously affected island life. And quite honestly, I would much rather be editing that video than talking about this. But
based like that is an actual issue in Japan. That is an actual issue. That is an issue where research and extensive commentary on it would actually be valid. And that's not doing the, there are kids starving in Africa, so you can't talk about this other issue argument. So this other issue is just like so fucking minor, that like the level of coverage it received from her channel in the sense of the, the length of the video and the ways she spoke about it, blew it up completely beyond what it seemingly is.
it will take me weeks to edit that video and do the Islanders story justice. And this takes me to the real crux of the matter, the thing that worries me the most. In the same time that it will take to produce this video, I could go out and film 50 of these videos, make a lot more money with a lot less effort. It is increasingly hard to compete when you're producing videos to a higher standard, when you have to fact check everything. The creator of this video claimed it took 50 hours to produce this video, a claim I find to be—
Like, there's very evident, obvious issues with Japan that I'd love to learn more about. I know there's like, dude, it's so crazy to, I don't know how much I want to say about this person, but when I went to, through school and stuff, I met about, how many Japanese, like actual Japanese friends I've had in my life? I've had like 2, but I've known like 5. And the 2 Japanese friends that I've had, I met one in San Francisco again, like, I think it was, what, 2 years ago or whatever. But like, apparently there's like, like work culture is like so like overbearing that apparently there are like actually people that just like drop dead from fucking like overwork. There's like a Japanese word for it or some shit. And apparently that like that's also like a contributor to potentially like the increased suicide rates in Japan. And I would guarantee that's also potentially tied into the population issue as well. I don't know why people would be having kids if they're like fucking killing themselves to work.
Quite frankly, baffling. I'm not sure where the 50 hours went. And you might think, well, he does sound kind of jealous now. Maybe she's right. Maybe he's...
Don't get me wrong, I love Japan, but I don't pretend like it's like this fucking like Disney World with no problems. I also don't pretend like it is nearly as problematic as any like any other comparable. Tokyo's nearly as problematic as any other like major city in the West. If anything, there should be way more graffiti in Tokyo in terms of population size, etc. But like, you wouldn't have to go and like film these like isolated parts. I think like in that sense, they're doing pretty all right. I don't think that's an issue.
Just not getting the views. And I say far from it. I
think it's unrealistic to expect there to be no graffiti and no homeless in a city of 40 million people.
Out and make this content in one afternoon in Tokyo. What I'm saying is social media platforms don't care. They don't reward accuracy. They don't reward nuance or objective reason.
True. This is why the whole Elon "we are the media" narrative is like so dangerous, because you have similar to news agencies as well, but like you have people that report on this with the incentive of profits and viewership that don't have to maintain journalistic integrity either. And the notion of social media users being the media now is just fucking horrifying.
They reward clicks, they reward attention, they reward sensationalism. Journalistic integrity really doesn't count for much online, unfortunately, to an almost dystopian degree. Some criticisms leveled at me is that I also make sensationalist content and that I only show the nice side of Japan, the squeaky clean.
I'd love to visit Japan. Of course, I'd never like to live there. First of all, as a foreigner, I imagine it would not be very easy to integrate and make friends. You might be able to make friends, but I could see it more as like a curiosity thing. But there's so many people that visit Japan. I doubt anyone in like a major city would be super curious about like the presence of an American. You know, and also, you know, you have the work culture and shit. The language, which if you speak English is a different alphabet, obviously. It's fucking harder to learn.
Rose-tinted spectacle version of the country. And
our economy is collapsing? Whose economy? Where are you from?
I would say there's a big difference between sensationalist content and clickbait titles and thumbnails. I hate having to pull a stupid face. I hate my thumbnails and titles. But it is simply a matter of survival on an increasingly crowded platform that doesn't share your content unless it has...
Yes, you're gonna have to, if you want, like, your content is meaningless if you're not willing to play the marketing game, because as I said before, you could make, like, the world's best candy, and if it has a shit wrapper, the candy's taste will never matter because nobody's going to be fucking tasting it. You do have to make marketing concessions, and that includes creative concessions. Like, there are people that think when they're making a thumbnail, they need to make a fucking art piece. It's like, no, you actually are going to be doing it wrong if that's the mindset you're doing going into it. You want to make a good thumbnail, something that is going to make someone intrigued enough to click on it if they see it in small on their recommended bar or whatever the fuck.
a high click-through rate, and I tried to make up for the stupid faces and titles by delivering content that does the subject matter justice. And the claim that I show only the over-romanticised utopian version of Japan is simply ridiculous. Does this look romanticised? Is this a utopia? Does that look romanticised? Is this a utopia? But do I walk through economically deprived parts of Tokyo with a GoPro? No, I don't. And I'm sorry if that is the only definition of showing
$2 from Belinda, pair character with lovey eyes wearing red hearts in it. Thank you so much.
the dark side of Japan that you have. I cover the matters that I genuinely believe are affecting Japan the most. And in fact, I've been speaking with a homeless shelter about doing a documentary, but it's a serious topic and these are people's lives and I need to tackle that carefully. If you want to watch something about Japan's homeless population, Life Where I'm From has made a fantastic documentary series on the subject. I would urge you to go and watch them. I will say, I've felt sort of disheartened this year in general about so many things, about the state of the world, and this is sort of to the side of this issue. As you may know, I've been living here over a decade now, about 13 years, and I've been extremely lucky to be here. And I've always tried to show Japan in a fair and balanced way, particularly more rural areas that I love, which I've been lucky to call home. And more I'm seeing comments and discourse online that I'm just a foreign guy living in Japan. I don't understand the culture. I'm a foreign guy exploiting Japan. And I've had that claim thrown at me more in the last 12 months than in the last 12 years combined.
Yeah, because you have tons of people visiting the country for, like, she says Johnny Somali on his own is not like a, she's right in the sense of Japan can obviously recover from Johnny Somali's visit. On his own, he's not a big issue. But he, like, personifies and actually kind of acts as, like, a diplomat on behalf of tourists in Japan that, like, will just destroy public perception of people who visit or want to make content within Japan, when that might not necessarily be true. There are people that genuinely appreciate, love and want to become a part of and document a culture. And this guy seems like one of them, and there's nothing wrong with that. But when that is also, like, when you have, like, bad actors in the mix, you're just going to inevitably be lumped in with them because they act as kind of diplomats or representation of the entire concept of visiting Japan and making content off of it, which is unfortunate.
The point, it has sort of sucked the energy out of me.
But nothing I've seen, he's not like one of the fucking right-wing accounts that's like, Japan is this fucking utopian paradise where everything's great. Types, like, he does talk about these issues. He literally made a video talking about the population issue. That is a real issue. He made a video talking about it. I wonder if he's talking about Japan's work culture. Maybe he has. I'm curious to learn a little bit more about that. Curious to learn why Japan's suicide. Although I could probably figure that one out on my own if we just learn about the work issue. I'm sure the work issue and the suicide issue are tied hand in hand. And and as I said before, I would be surprised if the birth rate thing was not also tied in with the work culture. Now, Japan, because it is a developed country, inevitably is gonna was gonna plateau in terms of like births versus deaths and population growth. That's just what naturally happens when the populace becomes more educated, the country becomes more developed. This is why in less developed countries, birth rates are so much higher. $5 from Scallywag. If your personality was a thumbnail, I'd click on you, 80. Thank you so much, Scallywag. But yeah, literally all of it might be tied into the problem with the work culture. I'm not sure. But all things considered, with its problems, in terms of the experience of the average individual who's visiting or moving there when they've already financially made it, seems pretty good, right? All things considered. Now, there's another video in inbox. Hold on. Well, it is 12. I gotta be up tomorrow. So here's what we're gonna do. I'll probably be live again tomorrow, but it's gonna be it might be a later stream because I have to do something until later in the day. But I will probably go live tomorrow, and I'll also probably go live the next. No, the day is a Tuesday. I don't think I'll be live Wednesday. But I'll probably be live Thanksgiving Day. I might be live Thanksgiving Day. We'll have to see. But yeah, thank you guys. And I will see you on the next one. Who's there to raid into? Nobody. Okay. Well, thank you guys. Much appreciated, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.